So I wrote a letter from Ellarian to you guys for like a goodbye letter. Do you guys want to hear it? Or I can post it in the chat.
Read it aloud.
Read it,
Yeah.
read it, read it. It's adorable. I love it.
I just I knew it was gonna happen, but I didn't know like exactly when. But like for her character, I think she for sure would have like wanted to go back to her husband or whatnot. But okay. So basically there's like a little piece for everybody, but the letter's like kind of for the whole group. So do you want me to just start?
That's good because Todd can't read.
Awesome. So first I start off with Lys, and I say, in a world where friendship doesn't come easy, I feel quite flattered an elf of your station would be interested in a friendship with the likes of me. You're an amazing magic user. I met you in a form that suited the fire within you. However, when I saw you in your true form, I realized at that point losing your identity in such a way must have been a true battle. You proved to be strong enough to keep going, lifting your comrades' spirits and protecting your dearest friends. I only had two others in my life that I truly trusted, and I could tell all of you had that with one another. I had never thought I would be counted among such a group of fine warriors. I have never seen or understood compassion in that way outside of my own family. It was like having a renewed faith in the people of this land. My belief that all others are out to get you was broken at its core. Thank you for accepting me and helping me to avenge my brother-in-law. I had known him since he was just a small boy. Without all of you, I would not have been able to strike him down or know that he was really, truly already dead. Had I found him alone, I question that I would not have reached out to my husband and had him join us, and we all would have been in service to Strahd. All of you saved my family from this fate. If my brother was taken by Strahd's charms and let himself be turned, letting his family think him dead, I cannot imagine what he offered, but I know even Fury could not deny it. Those are thoughts that I do not care to linger on, but I only know I could have easily become your enemies, and that is a thought that chills me. I only have all of you to thank for saving everything I have left, and I will never be able to repay the kindness each of you have shown me. The next part's for Daerma, and it says, I know that you will use your immortality for good. You chose it not for the power, the status, or personal gain, but protect the family and friends you love. You gave up so much, your personal dreams of going with Lys to the elven cities. However, I hope maybe in the temple you can find a spell that may at least return you to your form, maybe a glamour or something of that nature, and you could still possibly live out your dreams, as you are quite powerful. And if you're going to go Lynch, you might as well go big or go home. And I just can't say enough how wonderful it was to fight with you and to become your friend. The next part was for Tog, and it said, I felt a connection that reminded me of home. It grew as we fought and drank together. As most of my life I had spent around thieves and spies, some of the best people in my book. They live by a code and standards they're kept and left by. I felt ashamed of my criminal enterprises being among a group of such people who I felt were so above me. I was raised on the streets of Stormbrook after my village had been raided by pirates, when I was found by a woman and taken into the town. This is where I met my husband and his younger brother. I think I was 15 at the time. He was 16. My husband and his brother, Fury, who you met, was just a 6-year-old boy. But hundreds of years later, things will definitely have changed. The one thing that I respect about all of you is your fierce loyalty to your friends. I came upon you at a moment when you had lost two of your own. The way that people spoke about Marcus made me think of stories I had heard as a small child about heroes. I did not meet Irina before she was taken, but I thought she must be some amazing person to have so many loyal friends that would risk their lives to save her. I came to find all of you cared for Irina, but if any of you had been taken, you all would have gone after them with the same fierce loyalty. In that moment, it struck me, and I knew it was more than luck to have met all of you. Both the gods and the fates now held our future. I say to Shaq that he has a fantastic and wonderful heart, and some of the people of my village's stories that I heard, some of them did practice that. However, I've never seen anything come close to the power that you wield with the forest and the animals. And at first, I was set aback as I couldn't understand why the gods would put a man with a heart such as yours into battle the darkness. However, at the beginning, thinking that this was almost a negative effect, turned out to be the strongest thing, and it made all the sense in the world why they would have chosen you to be among the people to help slay the darkness, because you have so much light. Viridian, faith has never held sway over my life, and often I saw clerics kind of exploited by their faith. I have seen Adon's blessings through you and saw the power given to you, even to bring back your loved ones and friends from death. That is true power, of which I had only heard in tales. Even with all these blessings, you never sought power or worship for yourself. You have healed all of us before thinking of yourself. Watching you and Dharma battle the shadow dragon when Tog and I could not get close enough to help, in those moments I saw how selfless and devoted that you were to stopping the darkness from taking advantage and making sure Strahd was defeated for not only its lands, but its people. You have lost so much. Even it seemed your God had left you and cursed you with terrible afflictions, but you took them on proudly as you had earned them, helping others. And I say to Alistair that all beings have a soul, and that my hope for him is to one day have free will, as I think all creatures that have a soul deserve that. And I invite all of you at any point in time to please stop by in Stormbrook. Any inn, ask for the Scarlet Wolves, we will find you. And Tog, we do trade in quite a bit of alcohol, so it may be a great place to stop by before you head off for your next journey. And if Miss Darksbane does choose to want to claim her seat, the Scarlet Wolves will be more than happy to help her achieve her goals, just for the small price of possibly looking away at our not so legal activities. But I am proud to return home knowing that I left with only 2 people that I could trust in my life, and I am returning with more than I could have ever deserved or had the right to ask for. Ellarian, farewell, my friends.
My heart!
That was really good. Well done.
I was like, is this going to be super cheesy?
No,
I was
it was
so
good.
worried.
Beautiful.
It was really good.
That's awesome.
That was awesome.
You
That was
guys
awesome.
just left the Blue Water Inn. Shaq locked up the inn. Dwarma's disguised. You guys heard a rumor from Damian Mardikoff, the fat innkeep who sold his inn to Shaq before he, like some other travelers, the word is out that something has happened. And the sun is shining and risen. People can see the sun now. You guys have killed Strahd. The mists of Barovia have been lifted. Walking to the Reformation Center near the center of the town, you see, activity. Horses, drawn carriages, people traveling east and west with all the belongings. Some people with just the clothes on their back. But what do you guys do?
First thing I do is say to Shaq, yeah, you made a really good investment buying that inn if everyone's leaving town, mate.
I think I'm just going to stay here at the end. I'm going to just open it up and you guys go on without me. Come get me if you need me, though.
Okay.
Shaq stays at the end because he's not here.
The next
This is
time,
awesome.
new innkeeper.
I got to find some management for this place.
And booze.
And booze, yeah.
That's right, Toggle. What do you guys do?
The plan was, if I remember rightly, we're going to go and
The Reformation Center.
convince the Reformation Center to shut down, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. Do we
But-
want to try to grab supplies first because people are dipping so hard that they might, if we hit the Reformation Center, the Vistani traders and shit might already have dipped out.
Well, all of the Sani traders went a week ago at this point.
All right.
Or
well
like
then,
4
yeah.
days ago. But we're hoping that there's some people in the Reformation Center that
That's
maybe
right.
have,
Yeah, like the blacksmith guy.
like the blacksmith, potentially some other people, if we're lucky.
Ooh, I can't wait to meet this guy who pissed you guys off so bad y'all burned his house down.
The mayor.
Oh,
Yep.
this is gonna be fun.
Oh wait, was that with? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all have some cool backgrounds going on there.
Let's get them.
Both Az and Dharma looking like they're in like some, fantasy book cover
The
shit.
castle in the back of Dharma's it looks like the library. I forget what it's
beautiful.
called.
Candlekeep?
Candlekeep.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what it was. It was Candlekeep.
Candlekeep.
You said the library, and the first thing I thought of was Doctor Who's library, and I was like, that doesn't look like that. What do you
Would it
mean?
be?
Can-
Is it the
Candlekeep.
library you went to, like in the story,
no.
or just another fantasy story that I don't?
No,
know
it
about?
is from the same sort of era, but it was
Okay.
Candlekeep is I forget.
Candlekeep Mysteries, right?
Candlekeep Mysteries. You had
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's
Oh,
Gate.
Baldur's Gate? Oh,
Baldur's
wow.
Gate. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, that's
and
right.
there's a more recent one that focused on Candlekeep. Ivernus?
Descent into Avernus? I thought
Yes.
that was Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
There's
that is
Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
That one's a fun campaign.
Oh.
Anyway, we were heading.
Okay, yeah.
Sidetrack.
Yeah.
We were heading to the Reformation Center, and we're going to go via the town square stocks if we can.
Yeah,
Make
let's
sure
get those
there's no-
people free.
Make sure there's no kids in the stocks.
Oh, that was so hard not to
Oh.
make a big scene.
Well, now we
Guard.
can make a big scene because we literally just killed the big bad. So
We got a bit of time.
We're legends, motherfuckers.
yeah, we are.
Pass by the stocks. You're going by the town square where most of the activity is. Let's take a look at the map real quick.
I believe a guard. I believe I want that 200 gold that guard shook me down from.
Oh, from the
That
initial
guard,
one.
that guard's well
yeah,
gone.
that
He's
fucking guard.
definitely outie.
200 gold. He's now a multi-millionaire of the time. He's gone.
This is what the town square looks like.
Okay.
If we want to remember.
Mm.
But why don't we have Toggle roll a d20? if he rolls a 10 or higher. There's people in the stocks.
All right, roll 10 or higher. I want something to fight about.
11.
We'll say
Yo,
there's
like
a,
something.
Nice.
we'll say there's like one guy in the stocks.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna go help him.
Oh,
Help him out.
we're going to
People
make sure he's not a criminal first.
He's it. I don't think I'm.
Pretty much, isn't it? They're just unhappy.
Yeah, that's what we're
They're
going to
just
find out.
unhappy. I
You have to
don't.
watch for the captain in town.
The
Can
strength.
we find him first?
Is there any guards in the square?
You guys are just like a stranger, like looking around, and people are like, just like there's commotion happening. Like people are like, "What's going on?" The birds are chirping. The day is sunny, and you guys can remember it, but you've been in Barovia probably for about a month. Some of you. Irina hasn't seen the sun in forever. So she feels almost you've read about it in books, Irina, and you think about maybe your past lives that you lived. It's sort of like a fleeting memory, but you begin to understand and build empathy with the townspeople who are bewildered. The guards seemingly not around.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Irina's hand and drag her with me. I'm gonna come here and then I'm gonna lead right up to the stocks. I'm assuming it's on a slightly raised platform or something in the square, if I remember rightly.
Is this what it looks like in your homes?
Well,
This
I live
light?
underground, so it's usually quite dark. But yeah, that's the
Yeah.
sun.
It's beautiful.
Just don't look at it directly. It might hurt you.
I'm gonna go up to the fountain raised area, and as all the commotion's going on, I'm gonna shout out at the top of my voice. I'm gonna shout out that Strahd's dead. You can do whatever you want. You can leave if you need to, and Irina's here to take charge and tell you what to do.
Roll persuasion, roll toggle as you try to get people's attention. It's strange. It's a little bit after 9 in the morning. Some people are going around, and we'll see if you get anybody's attention with the persuasion roll.
Can I help him?
What do you say, Irina?
To him or the townspeople?
Tog is just randomly screaming this out in the middle of the town square and next to the stocks.
Okay. I'm gonna yell out also. People of this land, and just try to make commotion and get people to turn and look at us. And can I give him bardic inspiration for his role?
Yeah. Mark it on the sheet that you give him a bardic inspiration. Is it D8 or D10?
It is a 1d8.
So add a D8 to the roll toggle.
So if people don't initially turn around, I'm going to take out my axe and I'm going to smash one of the stocks, cleave it in half with my strength.
With the guy, like an empty stock or the one with the guy?
Empty stock. I'm going to smash it in half and I'm going to shout again, "Listen to what this woman has to say. She wants to help you all." And I'm going to shout it as loudly as I can. And I'm even going to use my rage while I'm doing it. So
Why don't you roll another check then? Let's roll an intimidation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you add a D8 to the roll.
Bollocks. Plus the D8.
Yep.
Big
Come
money.
on, d8.
It was an 8. So,
Nice.
No.
so 19.
Some common folk get your attention as you take one of your axes and smash the stocks. What goes? What do you mean? Just like some peasant folk. It's like you've gotten attention of a few peasant folk. We're on our way east. Haven't you heard? Strahd has married Irina a day early, and the mist has lifted.
I am Irina, and he is not married.
What do you mean?
Wedding turned to a funeral.
Why
We
you always wear black?
defeated. My friends and I were able to defeat the evil one, and clear the mist, as the wedding would have only done terrible damage and give him more control over not just our land but others. I couldn't let it happen.
Come
My
on,
friends
children.
could not let
These
this
people
happen.
are mad. Let's go. And they just like
Oh.
they get
I say,
guy
hey-
like gathers them up. What do you say?
Say, hey,
Viridian?
Tog, go break Strahd's statue, and goad God Strahd to come out. I bet you he won't.
Brilliant. Can you do that trick where you make me bigger?
I don't think so.
Is that brilliant?
Enlarge,
No,
yeah.
that's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Oh, I'm gonna go, Daerma. Can you do that trick
If
where
you
you make
fall
me
over dead,
large?
I could help.
With pleasure. I cast Enlarge Reduce on top.
I go up to the statue, and I
Magic
start
is
off
being
by...
casted, and we'll roll. I'll roll a d20.
I go straight up to the statue and decapitate it.
Okay.
I love that.
The statue is still pretty big. I think it's probably like you kind of have to still jump to get at it. Let me pull
Break
up my
his
roll.
kneecaps.
The statue is made out of
I'll
a
jump if...
Remember, guys, the statue of Strahd is made out of a dark, obsidian-like material. And right as you're about to swing your axe into the statue, a couple guards catch your eye and be like, "What are you doing, dwarf?"
I carry on doing it. I
See-
try and destroy the statue.
Look, this dwarf is drinking too early in the morning. Roll an attack roll on the statue.
I'll use my hand axe. 25.
We'll assume that the head of the statue comes like clean off as you chop it off as this enlarged dwarf. These adventurers are casting magics, and they're armed. What is the orders? Toggle rolls a d10 to see who's in control of the city. If he rolls a 10 or higher, I know who it is. If it rolls a 10 or lower,
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Yeah, wait, 10 or higher? You said D10.
yeah, it's just from the DM, but you're rolling it.
Oh,
You had to roll a
Two.
d20. I'm sorry, d20.
oh D20.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard.
18.
Okay.
Get a 10 with a D10.
Dwarf, come down here. You're under arrest.
I'm going to turn to the guards and go, we killed Strahd yesterday, and I don't give a fuck about you. We're freeing the people in the Reformation Centre, and that one in the stocks, what has he done wrong?
This is a guard who tried to desert.
I go walk past him, go straight up to the stocks, knock the chain or whatever off the stocks, and tell him he's free. I go, you're free now.
I'm
Ignore
definitely
them.
going to be like standing behind Tog as well. And
Is-
hopefully the rest of the group will as well.
Yeah, I got my sword out.
We'll mob up.
Mob up.
Is this the same
Bearing in
guard
mind-
that shook me down?
I'm
It might
large.
be.
I'm a
You're
big
little.
dwarf.
Roll a
Wait, so you just
d20,
look like
Dwarma.
Normal
You're like
person.
Shaq
Like,
size
you just
as
have
a
like
dwarf.
normal.
You gotta roll pretty high for it to be the same exact guard.
Da 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 da.
1.
11.
No, it's not the same guard, but maybe he's
Okay.
still around. Maybe he hasn't deserted. Who knows?
Maybe it's his second cousin.
Maybe it's a
But I-
second.
if the guards haven't stopped me at that point,
'Cause I'm gonna
after I
kill that
freed the other guard, I'm going to turn to him and go, and who's the master currently? Is it still that dickhead Baron?
This man isn't even from here. This dwarf. He doesn't know even who's in charge anymore.
Well, last time I burnt down his house, so, I didn't know if he was still alive or...
Oh, that was you who tried to kill him?
Yep, he was a prick.
Oh, Lady Wachter would like to see you then.
Oh, she's in charge now.
Yep.
Hey, yo!
Who's that?
It's
But-
remember the
She was a Strahd fan though, kinda.
a
Yeah.
little. No, she was indifferent. She was like true neutral.
Yeah. She was like, he's in power. I can't beat him. Might as well join him.
Yeah.
So we know the lady.
I do,
Maybe
yeah.
We had dinner
maybe you can take us to her, and maybe we can find out why the Reformation Center's still running.
Yeah. I thought she would have taken that down for sure.
Okay. Please sheath your weapons.
Have they tried to stop the guy that was in the stocks at all?
The guy from the stocks kind of like gets up, out of the stock. He's like just kind of like, trying to stretch a little bit. The guy from the stocks is not really going anywhere. He's
Can I
just
give
kind of
him some
standing
water?
around. Yeah, you give him some water. You give him like your wine sack or your sack of water. He says, "Thank you."
I turn to him and I turn around and say, Strahd's dead. You can leave this land with your family if you want to, or you can stay. These ain't gonna stop you. As I turn and look at him.
Okay. He says,
You
And
can smile.
I don't know. I'm hungry.
What are
The
those?
the guards say, "You should come with us now, Durov, before we blow the whistles."
Ooh,
I don't
I want to see
care
what
if
happens
you
when they blow their
a
whistle.
whistle. Do you think I care if you blow a whistle? But we're gonna come with you, and you're gonna let this one go. And I put the axe back on my back.
Roll a d20 to determine if the guards care if the man goes or stays.
I was gonna say I basically tell the guard that was
The
in
5.
the stock to go and eat up over at the inn. Our friends there.
Do you cast like charm person or something?
No, I just tell them.
Barely ate this morning.
You said you're
Not
hungry.
the guard, the
The
one in the stock.
guy. The stock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, that man is under arrest for desertion. He stays here. So you rolled low, so it's bad for you.
Okay.
I turn and as I was sheathing my axe, I kind of pull it back down to my side. I say, your lady will want to see us now, and you'll let this one go. Otherwise, there will be problems, and you'll have to blow them whistles.
Roll an intimidation roll on the guards.
Which one has a whistle? Both?
It's hard to
That's him.
tell.
Can I like do a perception?
Sure.
Eyeball them?
Try to eyeball them a little bit more. I mean, we don't have the battle board out yet. We'll just do this as a swarm fight if it happens. I mean, you assume like every guard has some type of whistle or something to like alert the watch. It's not like magical. They have pikes, but they're like, I think they're just like standard guards, right? So they just have like leather armor, or like not even like scale mail, but they are equipped, and I mean, it's like a militia. Toggle rolls a 13 on the intimidation. It's not really high enough, so they're not like pissing their pants. They're like, well, what do you think? Do they think they know what's really going on? They said they killed Strahd. Fine, we
I
should
don't see
take
it.
them.
Yeah.
To the
I don't
lady.
see him showing
I
up.
turn to Beridian and point, and I go, that's Strahd's armor. We took it from him.
Can I try to persuade them?
What do you say?
Beridian's wearing Strahd's
I am
armor, isn't it?
Irina.
Like, it's super obvious.
The bride of Strahd.
He's saying
If-
that's
is
Strahd's armor,
Strahd-
but... They look up at the statue, which is now headless. Like, Strahd is just wearing, like, clothes on the statue. It's not like him, like, as in his military garb.
Wait, we have his sword. Dharma, give me his sword.
Maybe this will sway your mind, and I show him the sword of life stealing.
And
This-
I am Irina. If Strahd was alive, there was just no way he would let me out of his sight.
There's no way you can be Irina, though, because Strahd would never let you go.
Okay.
Wait, they're scared of vampires, Irina. Show them your teeth.
Sure.
Oh my goodness gracious. Maybe it's true.
Well, you might as well just show the parade. Go ahead, Dwarma.
Unfamiliar thought.
There's like a people like
Yes.
quite a crowd is like gathered. I want to say like 20 commoners have like gathered around. You see like a couple other guards have like shown up, but they're just like assessing off to the side, like seeing what's going on. They see the headless statue of Strahd, and they're like, maybe, and like people are just like confused in the crowd. They're like, like people are like, they're saying Strahd is dead.
I'll shout out again as I hear all this muttering. Strahd's dead. Don't you think if he was alive, he wouldn't let this stand? We're the ones that killed him. This is Irina. She was supposed to be his
Sun is
bride.
out. This is the first time I've seen the sun. Look at it. How could this be if he was not dead?
Come with us, the guards say.
Why don't you take us to the lady? Yes.
Finally.
One of them walks in front of you, one of them walks behind you, and the two other guards follow suit. That were coming up, that have now gathered. The rest of the crowd is a little bewildered, confused. No one picks up the head of Strahd to like put it back on. And then
Just
toggle
kicks
out of the
it
corner
by.
of your eye, you see like a person pick up the head of Strahd and put it back on. The statue.
Alright, I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna run back over there.
You guys are just marching. It's only like a block or two away, and you guys approach the Reformation Center. The Reformation Center is... Let's pull it up in Tailspire. The Reformation Center is like large. It's connected... Let's see if I can pull it up here. This is the outer... It's sort of like the church and state are one.
You know where it is?
There we go. People have gathered. It's a place where business is done. People have gathered outside of it. I haven't put out the models yet, but this is just what I built for it. On the
Oh
left,
wow, you built that? That's so awesome.
I built this weeks ago. Let's actually try to show our stream.
Yeah, because we might have, gone and done that the last time we were here in town. So that makes
Exactly. You
sense.
never know if you're going to show up or not. People have gathered outside, though, and they're like people that are kind of just confused. There's like 1,000 or so people that live in Vallaki, about 1,500. But you guys have passed through the main road, just traveling through here. You guys see wagon carts, people. Some of you guys, like Beridian, would know this more probably, or anybody who is a refugee, like sees people just leaving and going towards other places, displaced by war or whatever.
Mass exodus, in other words, yeah.
There's not a mass
That'd be a good
exodus,
thing.
but there's like dozens of people. And the rumor is like one of the guards are just walking you in. I don't know if you can see the flashlight. They walk you into this like big town. There's dozens of guards in here though.
That's fine.
And I'll roll a d20. If I roll high, they want to take your weapons before you see Lady Wachter. If I roll low, they don't mind that you have your weapons. The law has changed. Originally, the law was that all weapons must be seized at the gate because the assassination attempt onto the Baron, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based off of what you just said, but the guards are a little favored towards that you actually tried to kill the Baron as well. They lead you upstairs to in this building, in the main building. This is like the town square building or the city hall, if you want to call it. It leads you up to an office where Lady Wachter is. Her hair is blonde, braided. She doesn't have anybody else really with her. A guard is posted outside the door. And let's link her picture so we can just get a... We haven't seen her in a while. Before we entered Ravenloft, I think.
Yeah, she wanted to take control of the
She's middle-aged,
town.
but
Yeah.
she's somewhat attractive, a noble. She has a clean demeanor. Barovian fine clothes with furs braced around her as winter has begun to onset the land of Barovia. As you come in, she says, "Welcome. Welcome."
Yeah,
The guard,
nice to see you again.
guard says this dwarf cut off the head of the statue of Strahd. And he said he wanted to speak with you, milady. That's fine, just let him come in and we should speak to him. The guard shuts the door behind him and she's in there by herself with you. And the rest of you. What do you guys do?
We didn't know if the Baron was still in charge since we killed Strahd, so we were just coming back to clean up, but it looks like you're already starting doing that. What's happening with the Reformation Centre?
Oh my, the Baron is now... She points down. He's one of the prisoners of his own jail.
Kind of like that.
I am now the Lord of the Land, or Lordess.
Good. And you freed all the unhappy people?
Oh, of course, those festivals were miserable. But of
Good.
course there are some non-believers out there.
Non-believers or what?
Well, and not believing that Strahd has blessed us on this fine day.
Ah,
Because he hasn't.
Yeah,
He's dead.
probably
Impossible.
not ever coming back.
I'm sure you're quite high up and well versed. I present Lady Irina.
Hello, madam. It is a pleasure. I hope that you will treat the citizens of this land appropriately.
Make a persuasion roll as you try to convince her that you're Lady Irina Kolyana. What is Dwarma doing?
I'm waiting to see how this is gonna turn out.
Dirty 20.
Well, shouldn't you be with Strahd? Didn't you get married? How was it?
Well, it went a little differently. Luckily, my friends arrived, and we decided to kill him, as I do not believe our union would have been good. From what I understood, he would have free reign to leave this land and cause misery and distress on people, not only in our land but in others.
It was a heartwarming service, and vampires don't like that.
It was very bright and cheery.
Yeah, shine a lot of light on the situation.
Oh my goodness. Is this true?
You're free, my lady.
He was always a very negligent landlord.
I hope you
That's
can
why
do
he's dead.
better.
This is what happens when you are negligent.
Oh my.
And cruel.
Well, I suppose then the Wagters will reign in control of Vallaki, I suppose. And the vacancy of the Lord of the Land will be absent for now, until one of royal blood can arrive.
Well,
Do you
about that, I was thinking, Irina. Technically, you're the closest they have to royalty here. Maybe managing or finding someone to manage the land should be one of our priorities.
I agree.
So the
I would-
people are looked after properly.
I want to make sure that anyone who does decide to stay is treated in the best possible way. They had lived in hell for years, being reincarnated into the same shit life. I beg this life for them that they have left to be different. Lady Vatna, do you think you could achieve this?
Lady Wagner just sits back in her chair, a little just overwhelmed by the situation. She's like, I'm still trying to come to terms, milady, that why would you kill Strahd?
Did you not hear anything that she just said? He reincarnated her multiple times. He's a horrible piece of shit. And that's why we killed him.
How
We
did
killed
he
Strahd so
reincarnate
the light could return to the land, lady. More than anything, the light coming back means that your people can prosper. You can farm. You can
Trade.
build culture. You can trade with other places now.
You can
don't-
make brand new booze.
You don't have to worry about the Vistani
comes
and their
later.
prices.
I suppose there is an upside to this.
You did say he was a negligent landlord. What kind of landlord would just leave his people to do in this situation? I said maybe you can help out with that.
I don't
Make
know,
things
it's
better.
just things have always been this way, and this change is all of a sudden. Oh, well, I don't know what to say. I'm not a huge fan of festivals, but feel free to walk around and you're welcome here.
My lady,
Maybe you should inform the people that Strahd is dead and they are free and they can build new lives
Like removing the statue.
by removing the statue. I've already taken off its head, so
That's one part of the work complete, right?
and maybe
at
we
least
could
a
have a
quarter.
vote.
He had a very big head.
Oh yeah.
The people that stay, maybe they can vote to keep Miss Vatna in power.
What is voting?
Well, it would be where each person in the town would have a say over the person that is going to be speaking for them and making choices that affect their lives and their children's lives.
I don't think so, my lady. That sounds very confusing.
Well, let's give it a name, shall we?
They're not ready
It's-
for democracy. They're not ready.
Or we could just go with the person that has the blood ties and...
Or maybe, like they do in my place, we choose a mayor of the town that looks after the people and directly reports to you, my lady.
I believe that's called a republic? No, wait, no, never mind.
These forms of government which you speak of are foreign to me, as where you're
Mayor
from, dwarf.
Mayor can't be, surely.
Well, yeah, that way you could be the ruler, but then we'd have someone there that represents the people and make sure you follow terms as we have spoken of.
Well, you are Barovian, milady. And you are royalty. I suppose if anyone could do it, it would be you. But not this dwarf.
I'm confused. What actually are you? You say you're a lady. Are you a baroness? Are you a countess? Because Lady Irina is a countess, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm more from one of the royal houses in Vallaki. Of course.
It's a
You would
royal
know
wealth.
this if you were Barovian of dwarf. And I suggest you be quiet and let the lady speak.
I'll have you know he's very educated for a dwarf.
Really,
I
what does
can't
this
read.
say? She puts a book in front of him.
I can't read.
Oh.
It says, I don't give a fuck. And I put the book down.
Sometimes knowledge comes from many places, and if you do not believe you can learn from the stable hand as much as you can learn from the Lord, then you will never learn anything at all.
No offense, but that sounds like peasant gibberish. Well, my
Well, I
lady,
have
I
not
don't know
been
what else
able
to
to-
say. I have to digest this. As far as letting everyone in the towns know that Strahd might be dead, that's maybe
He is
just.
dead.
be.
He is dead.
But
I put a
I don't
stake
know.
through
I
his
don't believe
heart.
that.
We
Daerma?
staked him. She staked him.
I staked him.
We have Lady Irina. We have my friend, the cleric, wearing
Meridian.
Meridian. I'm trying to think if he's merging into Marcus. Or Alistair. We have Meridian wearing Strahd's armor. We have Daerma over here that has Strahd's sword.
And I have the sword
Have-
that he
And-
Sergei initially killed him with.
And
Todd
I have this.
Also,
And I pull out a
knows
load
a
of
fight.
coins out of the bag of holding that Strahd had in there.
It
And I
says-
have his money.
and
Strahd
if
Strahd
Strahd
strangely
was
has no
alive-
money in the bag of holding, Tog. As you try to
God.
No.
willfully think about the bag, you like think about gold and stuff, and she like as you turn the bag, sort of like you pull it out, like no coins come out. She seems less convinced, but Daerma holds a sword of Strahd, his 9-life stealer. Roll persuasion, roll Daerma with the sword.
Yay! let
Don't
me
fail
s-
this, man.
Oh God,
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
that.
That one.
But you
I
rolled
didn't see
Daerma.
it. What is it?
I fuck. It's an 8.
There we go.
Well, I've never met Strahd personally. I've only met agents of his. One name, Vasily von Holtz. He lives over there, she points out the direction, who has the most connection to Strahd of anyone I know of. But beyond that, I can't say for sure.
It's funny because
I
you're
am
never
Irina.
going to see him. Yep, you're never going to see him now if you've never met him. Just so you're aware.
If you
Well,
know
I don't
Strahd,
know.
he does not let his valuables just wander around and chop statues of his person and
I mean-
leave his head on the floor.
Well, Strahd hasn't been around here for centuries, it's told. So nobody really knows what he
Anyway.
looks like or what
Well,
he
now he's
carries or
not
anything
coming
like
back.
that.
This
And your friend
town-
says he has a sword of Strahd, but I don't believe it.
Anyway,
I cast charm person.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
we don't care what you think.
I'll roll it up.
You,
Look, lady, we killed him. This is his sword. That's his armor. What's on my friend's neck is all of the brides that she has killed.
Oh,
She
fuck,
fails.
that's
She
right.
fails her saving throw. Her pupils like dilate. Is she like you kind of just charm her? She's like, really? So it is true then that you have
Yes.
killed Strahd.
Tell her to tell the people.
You should tell the people that Strahd is dead and that they are free to make their own choice.
Okay, I'll put it in my schedule. She sits down and she says, "That's a good idea." So you see her
Yeah, it's-
scribbling something into like a planner on her desk.
you don't happen to know where the blacksmith is, do you?
I don't know. We'd have to talk to the head of the guard.
Tell me where the blacksmith is.
Can we also release everyone from the Reformation Center?
I don't know where every peasant is in this land, or who the Baron had in control, or who
Well, my
who was
dear-
jailed. There's records
Well,
of
my
it, of
dear-
course, but those are with the captain of the guard, Izek Strasny.
Well, my dear, you are now in charge of the people.
That I am.
If any help with with all the people that you've named, we greatly appreciate your efforts in trying to give us information.
What is it that you ask of, strange sir?
Captain, I was gonna say the peasants, and you said the captain of the guard holds all the records of the town, so...
Yes, I believe the master of keepers. The courthouse is nearby, with the 3 warders. They still wish to stay here. They should be around if you wish to speak to them.
Oh, one more thing. How good are you on... I'm gonna do Tog a favor here, and do you still want to kill him? I mean, I kind of whispered to him. I was like, do you still want to kill the Baron?
Woohoo. That's
Dor-
tempting.
Dwarma, do you want to still kill the Baron? I mean, Toggle, do you want to still kill the Baron? As you kind of had some stranger enter your room there for a second. Toggle. Toggle seems MIA. He's kind of grunting, I guess, to himself.
Yeah, sorry. Are we talking about killing the Baron?
Yeah, you still want to kill the Baron?
I kind of.
If he's in prison, that's fine by me. I'm kind of curious, actually. What happened to his son?
Oh, fuck, that child.
Oh yeah, what happened to the Baron's son?
Strange thing, he just disappeared.
God damn it. Oh,
Well,
with the circles. Oh my
His
god, the
intention was to
teleporting
get out of
circles.
here.
He took
Yeah.
the portal.
Oh, I hope it
also-
worked.
Nah, he
You
got ripped
also
apart.
mentioned a servant of Strahd that lives across the street.
That is correct. He lives over there. She points it out on your map.
And what was his name?
Mr. Vasily von Holtz, I believe is his name. He was one of the contacts for Strahd.
We've heard the name Van Holtz before, but I can't place it.
Maybe we should go kill him first. Or maybe we could use him to prove that Strahd is dead. If he knows him, he should know his armor and his sword.
Well, Strahd has many agents, many spies. All the Vistani work for him as well, apparently. But he hasn't shown his face around here for a long time.
I don't expect it anytime soon.
Hmm.
I agree if it is true that you have slain him.
With the mist gone, the sun coming back, and us having all of his possessions, it's just a matter of time before his castle's looted.
We robbed that motherfucker blind. I mean,
I
You
can send
mean-
up a
you
patrol of
mean
guards
my
to loot it
castle?
out.
His castle, Tog's castle.
Yes.
It's Tog's castle.
Minecraft.
Well, I'm sure the tomb robbers and barons and grave robbers will be out soon enough.
oh, we didn't hear that.
You still need to police the land, lady. I'm not saying
That's what all
you
these
don't.
guards are here for, of course.
Indeed. But you also need to run it fairly. Get influence from the outside world. See how they run their towns. And maybe you can someday prosper.
You can find
What
some
about-
friends in your back pocket.
Lys, what about your mother? Maybe we could have her supervise Miss Faulkner until she really understands the way of ruling?
Yeah, about that, Irina.
We left her at the...
Yeah.
We'll have to go back
He's
there
Going to be
eventually.
presumed dead at this time.
She's currently in the Amber Temple. Isn't it?
We have no, she's gone.
Didn't we leave her there?
She's outie. Yeah, she's not gonna stay. She's gone looking for power.
Yeah, but we left her at the Amber Temple. didn't we?
Temple. Yeah, we did.
So if we go back there, maybe she's
Dead.
still there trying to save her father.
Or
Either
frozen
she
to death.
or apprentice to Exithanth.
Oh no. She's too selfish for that. God no. She likes her beauty.
okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, we'd have to find her first. That's all.
We
So-
got time.
All I hear is we need to convince one of Strahd's old servants that Strahd's dead and to spread the word. And, lady, I think maybe you should have a celebration for the town.
But
That would go down really well.
I
Yes.
think that's a good idea, but the people are a little over the celebrations. We're still trying to get a good census going on of who's all staying and who's all going. Of course, my devout followers are still here.
Once you take a tally of all the people that are choosing to stay and go, then we can make a celebration. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, things are just quite strange. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it all, sir.
Just
So-
take it one day at a time. That's all I do.
Can you have one of your guards maybe fetch the captain of the guard for us?
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's out doing stuff. He's trying to probably keep order, but he might be in his office down the hall.
Okay, that's great. I've got nothing else if the rest of you do.
I'm good.
He seems convinced.
He's under a spell, so probably. I'm gonna peek out the door, see if the guard's still there.
Yeah, there's a guard standing post outside the door.
Is the captain in his office?
I don't know. You have to go find out for yourself.
Okay, where's his office?
You guys leaving Lady Wagner's?
We've not left yet, but I'm just asking.
It's done this way. Are you done with the lady? He like looks in and sees Lady Wagner like scribbling on the desk, contently.
I guess we're done, but we'll see the captain now.
Okay. Well, I hope your travels are safe, Lady Wagner says as you leave her office.
Thanks. You too.
We'll have who wants to roll the d20?
Let someone else do it.
We'll have
I
Lys
can.
roll it. Lys rolls a
Yeah.
d20 if she rolls a 10 or higher. The captain of the guard is in.
19.
You knock on the guard, brings him up to the door. He knocks on the door. You hear a booming voice, a masculine voice from behind the door. Who is it? Sir,
Hey.
some of these, who are you?
Just call us the Slayers of Strahd.
The
good band
Slayers of Strahd are here. God, more peasant folk. Bring them in. And you bring
I was
them in.
gonna
I walk in first, and I bow, because I'm fed up with everyone calling us peasants, and then I turn around and present in Lady Irina.
We could have also led with Togglerod and his entourage, but this works too.
Lady Irina looks at Izek Strasny, and they lock eyes with one another. You recognize him as your long-lost brother. And you remember him as sort of a bad man, a bad guy. Because you were like adopted in the village of Barovia East. But of course your biological father and your upbringing was sort of cursed, right? And you ran away from home only to be, and your adopted father was eventually killed, and that's where it began Irina's story. And he looks at you as you immediately both notice that you both recognize one another. And he says, "I found you. You should go with your."
I think it's the other way around. We found you.
Oh, you brought Irina to me? Guards! He calls the guards. You hear like a whistle blow.
Strahd is dead, dear brother.
If everyone's in the room, I'm going to go to the door and slam the door shut.
I'm gonna stand in front of her, sword out.
I mean, we haven't put out the battle board, but like, things are escalating. He says,
stop people coming in while we talk.
I'm trying to think what the motivation behind this guy was. Now that things have like changed with Strahd being dead, I'm trying to figure out why he wanted to capture Irina. He says, you're under arrest, Irina Kolyana. I've been looking for you for a long time.
Hey. Fuck off with this arrest things.
On whose orders?
Lady
am I to be
Wagner's
arrested?
orders.
We
Lady
just spoke to her.
Wagner's. Really?
Yes.
She sent us to you.
You're not that smart, are you?
Where is your writ? He holds out his hand.
We don't need one. We killed Strahd.
You cannot kill
We
Strahd. He's
also
immortal.
have.
He's not immortal, I can
He
assure you.
is not.
What do you remember most about Strahd?
I'm gonna say like a 2 to 3 dozen guards have now lined up, filed
I'm
out near the
I'm
doorway.
standing in front of them in the doorway. Yeah.
They say, "Sir, is everything okay?" These men say that they know Lady Wachter, and that
this
something
guard
has
just
happened
led
to
us
Strahd,
from-
and they've killed Strahd. All the men like erupt in laughter.
This guard just led us from her office.
Hey,
We
Jim.
have given
Jim just showed
her
us your office. But my
control
question,
of the city.
Petrov, is this true? Go fetch Lady Wachter. Yes, sir. He goes and
Captain,
fetches
what do you
her.
remember most about Strahd?
I don't know, but he's fetching a handsome price for this lady.
You can't pay
What
it
did you
anymore,
What
he's
did you
dead.
hear about him?
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen his sword, his armor, maybe the rings of his wives, or have you just sat in your office and just commanded people?
I have never seen him in the flesh,
So
but
have you
we
ever
are
heard
going
of
to
his
go to
sword?
his castle and deliver this woman to him.
Oh, actually, that'd be nice. We could
That
all
would
go
be very
together.
nice. Yeah, let's go.
It's not his castle anymore.
It's mine.
They don't know that. Just let's play along. Let's play along with the. Let's
Lady
play along with
Wachter
this
comes
music.
out. She says, "What is all this commotion, Izek?" Well, this is Lady Irina. She was wanted by Strahd. Yes, but it's true that Strahd is dead. And these brave men and women have killed him, apparently. Her charm spell is still on, so she still, believes it and everything like that, from what you guys were saying in the other room. This is impossible, Izek says.
Why? Because you couldn't kill him even if you tried. We have skill.
And we have proof.
I have no reason to kill him. Well, it is true, everyone, that she is indeed she might be the new lordess of the land, apparently. So you owe her your fealty, I think. Is this true? She looks over at Lady Irina. Lady Kolyana. As she looks to see if you're going to kind of take responsibility as to fill in the void of Castle Ravenloft.
I will do whatever is necessary to make sure the people of Barovia are safe and they have the choice to stay or leave. And if they do stay, there will be changes to benefit everyone in the city, from the rich to the poor. And anyone who doesn't like it, there is no more fog, so you are more than welcome to leave.
Have you not seen the sun outside, Captain?
I don't think.
Back to work, you bums! And he goes back to his office, and the guards disperse.
I don't think he gets out of his office very much.
And he says, "I suggest you stay out of trouble, Lady Kolyana."
We are here to
Sister.
help.
It is so. You kind of get just a general insight check, this guy is not to be trusted, something's up with him. He goes back to his office, and the guards kind of disperse, and you hear the whisperings of them saying, "Is it true that Strahd is dead?" They kind of
Well,
some of the
he did
words-
work for the mayor directly.
That is correct. He did work for the Baron.
He did all of
Better
his
get
dirty work.
master.
I'm surprised he kept him. The lady kept him around.
I don't fully trust her.
Everybody kind of breaks up, and you guys look down from the second balcony into the main kind of town hall part. People are talking. They're you hear them, the voices and the whispers. Is it true? They look up, you see people eyeing you, and they're did they kill him? Is that why the sun is out?
Well, you'll
Leave.
find out soon when wine starts flowing again.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna shout over the balcony. Does anyone know where the blacksmith is?
They just kind of look up to you. They're kind of they're intimidated. They're "No, we're looking for one. Are you a
was in
smith
the
dwarf?"
He was in the Reformation Center. And no, I'm not a smith.
"Oh, I don't know. You'd have to speak to the jailer."
I gotta speak to more people. Oh, great. Where's the jailer? I shout out loud again down to
"Well,
him.
you need permission from the captain, I believe." The guys are just showing back up to you.
The captain said we can do whatever we want. So yeah, where's the jailer?
Maybe we should get one of those pieces of paper from him.
A writ?
Hashtag I love magic.
I'm sure the lady could force him to write one.
Is she still under the charm person spell?
I don't know, is she?
Probably.
Yeah,
How long does it last? Don't
An
know.
hour.
an hour.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely have her write us a letter of saying that we are the brave killers of Strahd and have free reign to do whatever we must in the city.
God, I love magic.
Okay, Daerma, you go and get us a letter. Make sure it's all spelt correctly and all that good stuff.
I shall make sure that it is done.
You guys go back to Lady Wagner's office?
I'm gonna stand on the balcony and just wait for him while he goes back there.
Okay.
Keep them busy.
You go into Lady Wagner. The guard says, "What business do you have with the lady?"
We need a writ from her.
He looks past you at Lady Kolyana. "Oh, milady, I'm sorry." He sees Lady Kolyana. "What, is this peasant bothering you?" He looks over at Daerma.
No, sir. He
Yes,
is
Daerma's like
my
in rags,
closest
you know,
companion.
wrapped up.
Yeah.
Well,
Do not
oh.
mind his appearance.
I'm sorry, milady. He opens the door promptly for Irina Kolyana. And the group goes in. She says, "Oh, it's you again. I was just putting in my schedule. I was going to make an announcement in about by noon, I would think, by the church, and announce to everyone that Strahd is dead."
Ah, good work, good work. Yes, we need it. I kind of motioned to Irina, as like, you want to ask her for the writ?
Yes, dear lady, we would love for you to pull out a piece of parchment, and if you could possibly write us a writ that the brave killers of Strahd have free reign over the city, and that anyone, guard or peasant, must follow our instruction.
I don't know about that, milady. The seat of Strahd is vacant, but you have yet to claim it.
But you have power.
Right now, we have given the town to you to rule, and until we state otherwise, the writ from you will give us the permission we need to get the things that we need done to fill the vacuum of power.
Well,
I'm sure
I don't
you
know.
want the power for yourself, right?
Well, I have the power already, milady.
Oh, believe me. It can be taken away just as easily as it is given.
Roll an intimidation roll. As your fangs kind of show through. And she says, "Oh, are you
10.
I don't know if you're a full vampire, are you?"
I am not like Strahd, but I do have powers. And I do have a nasty bite.
Well, I'm not so sure. Just give me a day or two to think about it. Let me make this announcement first before we start hastily passing judgment over the new lord of the land. If I was you, and if you truly have killed Strahd, the grave robbers will be there any moment.
We just need this paper to get us into the Reformation Center.
Why do you want to go see those filthy peasant folk?
We're looking for the blacksmith.
Well, I said if you wish to inquire about anybody, go speak to Izek Strasny, of course.
We did, however, we need this writ. So if you could please do it now.
What do you want with this
Before-
blacksmith?
That is none of your concern.
Well, it's certainly my concern. He's some peasant who probably broke the law.
By
Did he
being
break-
unhappy?
He didn't.
Who knows?
He
People
was
are
part of
going
the
to-
old Baron's rule.
If you feel like you need to go see who this peasant is, my lady, and if you feel like you're going to be the lord of the land, I suppose you should see who your serfs are. She begins to drop the writ.
Thank you, my lady.
She draws up the writ and hands it to you and says, "Go speak with this peasant if you wish."
Finally.
I do appreciate your kind service.
Well, good luck, I suppose.
And thank you again for making the announcement.
It'll be on the strike of noon, outside the Church of St. Angelo.
How long is it till noon? I don't have my watch.
Well, I don't have a sundial here either. I'm sure it's in a few hours.
Is there any way maybe we could do it, let's say, now?
Well, it's before tea time. I can't do that.
We can have tea time and, say it out loud, I suppose. But,
I think the people would want to know why the fog is gone and why the presumed god of this world has now been destroyed.
People are
that's probably
freaking
more
out in the
important than tea.
streets. I agree.
If I just start announcing to everybody that some god has just died, that just wouldn't sit right with people. But I'll decide when I can, and she has it, like you see it like in her itinerary on her desk, and she takes a sip
you
of tea.
decide, the less people that leave your town, which means less labor
Oh,
and less
my goodness, I don't know, yes.
protection.
That does seem quite the problem.
I would go now.
There's no reason to have guards if there's no one to protect.
Oh, God. Then I have to clear my morning schedule. I'm supposed to meet with, this guy soon.
Emergencies do happen, my lady.
Especially if you're going to be the ruler.
Yes,
These things
flexibility
will
is
come up.
signs of a good ruler.
Who wants to roll the persuasion roll, the last persuasion roll on her? Is Irina going to roll it?
I have a pretty good persuasion.
I mean, I
Plus
have a pretty
13.
Oh no, yeah, roll it. +7. I mean, shit.
I have a -1.
We'll go with the plus 13.
Yeah.
I got a flat 0.
Oh, 16.
Are you from the College of Eloquence?
I am.
So on a roll of a 10 or less, it's automatically considered a 10 or higher, right?
Yay.
So you actually scored a 23. I suppose, milady, but I'll need you to come with me.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
It'll be
Let's
hard
go.
to convince everyone, I think, and...
Well, the armor, myself, and the sword.
And smashing his thing
Statue.
down again.
Well, to be honest, I could probably do it in about an hour. It'll probably take me that much to gather everyone together and let the guards out and let everybody gather everyone. That's why I originally had it at noon anyways. But I guess
Can
we
I
could push up to
whisper?
11.
Can I whisper to Dharma that maybe can we cast another spell on her possibly?
Absolutely.
We probably need to be by ourselves, are we?
Are we
You're in the room with her. She's the only one in there with you.
Oh, that's good.
I cast Charm Person for another hour.
Another hour?
Yes, DC's. Yeah. I'll cast it on her again.
She's already charmed. Can you upcast it to increase the duration on it?
It
Can I
only
give him
works.
bardic inspiration too?
Well, it's a saving throw, so.
Okay, yeah, that would make it.
No.
Dharma would
it-
have to cast a stronger spell, or she would have to overcast.
Upcast and it only affects multiple people.
He would have to overcast it since he goes outside the spell description. Do you want to overcast the spell, Dharma?
You can wait for the charm to almost end and then recharm her.
Yeah.
But you'll be doing that in public, so
Yeah, which
there's
is
a risk.
bad.
Yeah, which is not.
She says, "Excuse me, let me go gather the guard, I suppose." She begins to leave the office, and you hear her talk with the guard outside. You hear over here, and she seems to be like going along with getting people moving and making an announcement in the town square at 11 o'clock. What do you guys
How
do?
much time do we have left before the spell ends?
Unknown.
So I cast it about an hour, so. What time is it right now?
Unknown.
Ooh.
Unless someone wants to make a nature check.
I'll make a nature check.
Okay. Dwarman takes a peek outside and looks at the sun, tries to get
12.
a gauge on it. Yeah, probably about another 50 minutes.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Do we want to wait in her office until she
Why-
comes back?
While they were in there, because I was standing out by the balcony still, I'm going to carry on talking to my little mates that are downstairs.
They've already kind of left. Like, there's people just coming and going. There seems to be a lot of commotion and hubbub. Like, people are, like, already beginning to spread the word that Strahd is dead.
Okay.
Like, it's
No, that's fine.
it's a rumor, you know. People are wondering about it.
Yep, that's fine. I'm not going to do anything then.
And other people are saying, you know, that can't be true. Like, he married Irina just a little early, maybe. So there seems to be, like, rumors, innuendos, hearsay.
Yep, I'm not going to do anything else and I'm just going to listen. Listen in particular if anyone's talking about, like, people that are imprisoned or if any of that comes up. If they're arresting any more people for being unhappy.
You don't see anybody
that sort of
being
stuff.
drug in and, like, taken to the stock, you know, to the dungeon below. But you can only assume. What do you guys do?
Okay.
Good question.
After the charm ends, does she know you charmed her?
Yes.
Yes, she will know.
That's why we need to charm her again before it runs
Kind
out.
of a problem.
Which one?
Yeah. So maybe we should kind of follow her around.
Lady Wachter has left. You guys see Toggle on the balcony. Lady Wachter is, like, gathering guards and resources to make an announcement in the town square.
We should probably, after she gathers everyone, ask to talk to her one more time privately.
Yep. Yep.
As a good friend and, advisor, and then charm her again.
I think we should
Yes.
go ask her right now to meet us in like 10 minutes.
Do any of you have the ability to disguise yourself?
I have alter self
I do.
actually.
So if she doesn't take the spell well, we could just knock her out and you could just pretend to be her.
Yeah.
This is very true.
Why don't we just do that anyways? That seems like it'd be a
Because-
lot easier.
Yeah.
Because we're.
But yeah, if Dharma does it, because if I do it, then I can't be Irina too.
Right, you
Yeah.
need to be Irina.
Yeah.
I vote Tog. Tog disguises as her.
Oh boy. I don't even think
That
Alter
would be
Self would
funny.
Goes
would
around
hide that.
scratching her ass very well.
Oh my god. Okay.
If I don't see the crew after about 10 minutes, because I'm assuming they're still in that room chatting, I'm going to head back to Irina's brother.
To the office.
To the office.
The guard's office. A guard is posted outside that. He says, "How can I help you?"
And before Todd goes in, I want to use a cantrip of guidance for him. So he
you're
gets
not
an
with me.
extra D4.
You're
I'm not.
you're in
The office.
Get her office.
And
In her
guidance is a
office.
Okay.
touch spell, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, doesn't work. I thought I was there. No worries.
So you're outside. There's a guard posted. Says, "How can I help you, dwarf? You're back again."
Yep. I just wanted to talk to the captain about Irina to make sure everything's all right. Because there's a bit of animosity here. I think she said, or he said that's his sister.
Yes, God, who knows about the drama between the siblings? Is
Yeah, I
this
just
really
want to make.
something a dwarf should be involved in?
Well, I just want to make sure he's all right. I don't mind leaving you my weapons. I know me no ill will.
You can carry your weapons.
No,
Just
I'll-
keep them sheathed.
Indeed. Can I speak to him then?
Roll persuasion roll. Let's say it's a DC 10.
Persuasion, where is it? There you go. Oh, good. This is a DC 10.
Yeah, I'll say it passes. DC 10. He says, all right. He knocks on the door. He says, Dwarf wishes to speak to you again. God, let him in. He opens the door up. Izek's there. His hand, like one of his hands, is a giant claw. I don't know if you saw that in the picture. Didn't really describe it. He's obviously like, he's a pretty, his head is kind of like hairstyles, kind of like mine. Short haired. But like, I think he is like, has a few scars. He says, yes, dwarf.
Right, so I wanted to talk to you about your sister and also about money, which I think motivates you more.
What about it?
Well, Strahd's dead, believe it or not.
Apparently.
And there's a lot of money in his castle. I pull out of my pouch, because I do have some gold on me. I pull
Like another
out...
sack, sure.
Yeah, I pull out... How much do I have on me? Let's see. Sorry. Inventory. There we go.
And as soon as you think about it, you think about the thousands of gold pieces just lying on the steps right as you come into the castle. That's just
Making
right
me
there for the take.
Really antsy.
Okay.
I pull out... I've got
Did we
10...
find
I pull out
another
10 platinum
golden
pieces just out of my pouch that we
You have
separated.
my attention, dwarf.
And put them on the top side, and I go, Strahd's dead. And
You said that already.
we have access to his teleporters straight back to Ravenloft, where there's a lot more gold. And I can see you're a man that's motivated by money. I think me and you could make a deal that would be beneficial to your sister as well.
He tries to like take the money of the 10 platinum.
I'll let him.
He takes it and like pockets it. He's like, I'm all ears.
Well, if you can maybe organize some men and help me find a few people before I set you through the teleporter to claim all the riches of Ravenloft that I already have a piece of, as you've seen. Maybe I can take you to that teleporter and you will be the first one there to explore it.
I still can't believe that Strahd is dead.
Well, I have access to his teleporter.
I don't know. Everybody who's ever gone to that castle never comes back. They say
Well.
it's cursed.
Not anymore. The sun's out. We have his weapons. We have his wife.
My sister.
And I have his gold. And you can have his gold too.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh. I thought that was pretty good. Do I get advantage?
Nope.
Oh, that's performance.
You're
One
just
sec.
doing this by yourself.
Oh, that's 20.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Nice.
Right when he needs it.
Yep.
I don't know. Just heading there. I could. Yeah, I will not go, but I could find some men.
Yeah,
Some
fine,
would-be
man.
adventurers like yourself, I suppose, that could help you if you need a few extra hands.
Yep. And access to certain people that are in the dungeon, potentially.
What dungeon? The Strahd's dungeon?
Your dungeon.
What do you
I
need? What do you need from the peasants down below?
I need the blacksmith and anyone that can maybe get us supplies. So any
Oh.
alchemists.
God, he like opens up the book of like people in front of him. He like looks through. He says, "Ah, yes, the blacksmith, Boris, I think is his name. He was taken a while back. Unhappiness, of course, that is no longer there. But it says that he's been in there for a long time. I dread to think what they've done to him."
Well, maybe his freedom will make him a bit more happy.
He holds out his hand.
The gold's in the castle. I gave you a taste, and a taste is all you're gonna get. So I can
That's
take
how
you
it
on in
is.
to the teleporter.
That's how it is, dwarf. Where is this teleporter?
For me to know until I have the blacksmith and whoever can get me supplies.
Well, if you need to, go downstairs and get them yourself.
Yeah, but you have the men. Surely they can fetch him. Or give me a writ so at least I can go to the jailer and tell him I want the blacksmith.
As soon as Tog says that, you guys like go in the room with Toggle, I guess, and show him the writ. Is that what we're doing, or what is the rest of the party doing?
Yes, I'll bring in the writ.
Yeah, it sounds like a great
We going down?
place to enter. Yeah.
We're going to the dungeon.
The Reformation Center.
We're going down below. So we pass through the courthouse below, and basically, like, the way I've set this building up is, let's take a look here, kind of the way I set it up. Like, there's guards that patrol the outside of the building. And down below, the courthouse and jail are there, one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guards is with you, I'm guessing. The Izek has said one of the guards to escort you down to go get the prisoner you're talking about. Or he hasn't allowed you to free him because he wanted more gold, but you didn't give it to him. Unless you want to give him more gold. Toggle.
No, the deal is I'm going to take him to a teleporter so he can go to Finny, and if he doesn't understand that, he's not getting a teleporter and more gold.
He wants the gold first, and then, you know, he has no leverage, really, like, the way he sees it, so he's not going to...
Well, my leverage is that I can get more gold for him if he's willing, but otherwise, then the deal's off.
He lets you downstairs, and let's load up the map. And let's just see where it goes.
I say to him, before we go...
It's really cool that you built that.
I say to him, maybe you should see your investment through and come with us, and then I'll tell you the location of the teleporter. I want him to come with us. I'm going to try and convince him to come with us.
He already has a guard with you. Everybody's together. I'm moving the models down below.
I think he's too frightened to leave his office.
He has no... Well, he's the captain of the guard. He's got, like, more shit to do. He's running the whole operation. He's not just going to go see some blacksmith that's been in there for, like, a long-ass time.
He's guarding no peasants since they've all
we're
left.
talking about him that seems to be motivated by money, because he wanted Irina for money, and now I've just offered him a fortune, and he's not going to come down to protect his investment? Yeah.
He's interested.
Okay.
But I mean, you're still like a stranger to him. Like, you just offered him like a ton of money, which he took, obviously. So he's believing his story, and he's also pledged to offer men, not guards, but like mercenaries, essentially, to go into the castle and help you, and to reclaim some of the treasure and bring it back to him. You know, trusted men.
Okay. I just wanted to get him down here so I could kill him. No,
we're not his errand boy, so we're not going to bring...
Are we all together?
Do you guys see that? I've tried to load you guys in, but it doesn't appear.
We're in.
No, I'm in.
Do you guys see where you're at?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys can double click and move your model, or no?
About that.
Okay, cool.
There is.
Let me give permission to you there. That's cool, as you can give more than one permission.
There we go.
I still have my old model, so...
Yep, let me get your new model.
How does cantrips work? Like, can you use them...
At will.
At will.
Okay. So, like, since we're close enough together, can I, like, do a cantrip of guidance for everybody?
No. First of all, guidance is a concentration spell. And it's a touch spell.
Yeah.
Let's pull
so
up.
Basically, if I'm about to bash down the door, you can go, I believe in you.
I believe. Yeah,
the guard says, good luck, and he, like, leaves. You hear, like, commotion, you know, coming through the other side of the door. It's difficult to say. But The guard has just left you in there, and he's giving you directions to where this guy is at. Let me see if I can.
When's the last time you've done rounds?
I'm trying to find if I got this guy down here. One second. Okay. What do you guys do?
Well,
So open the door.
1 second.
You can right click and open the door if you want.
I'm listening to hear what the commotion is about, if I can.
I have a good passive perception.
It's difficult to know. I mean, obviously, there's just like you hear some kind of talking, and then it goes quiet.
I feel bad about this.
Lys
But-
opens the door.
We need to go and find people.
Let's see what we got down here. Upon entering this area, you're shaken to find that you've gone deaf. You can no longer hear the footsteps or the gentle sound of clothing rubbing together. In the center of this dark, soundless hallway is a pale blue orb emitting only the faintest light. You can see with your dark vision, there seems to be a man casting a magical spell through the jail cell. As you look ahead, Toggle and Beridian, and then Beridian, your lantern is out, and there's just like, it's poorly lit, and is obviously like this is a dungeon of some kind.
I shout. Like, ew. Obviously, nothing happens, but
Nothing happens, that's right.
You just go deaf and your first thing is, I'm a shout.
yep.
I love it.
Then I'm gonna turn to him and go, Can you hear me?
Just start screaming
Muffle it.
louder.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna step in.
I think we're
I'm gonna
using
walk-
just the ambience from the thing. You step in, and like you just see him there. The man notices you like coming in. Let's find this guy notices you. I just turned on his torch so we can see him a little bit better. Let's see if I actually have a picture of him as well. I do. He is, Lys, you notice him, he's like elvish, dressed in like white and blue robes. Symbols of like dragons, very well embroidered orbs. This must be one of the reformers that the Baron must have used to reform people. Let's link a picture as well, just to give you a little bit of flavor. He walks over to the orb and kind of touches the orb. What do you guys do?
I say hi, but I guess it's just silent, right?
That's right.
So
Right.
I just
Probably-
wave.
I'm probably gonna try to sneak past since I notice he's elvish, so I'm gonna. As I do have the features of a high elf, he should understand or recognize the.
Of course, he knows. He sees that you're elvish. He touches the orb, and the silent spell stops. As somehow he's manipulating this fine glass orb in here, and he says to you in elvish, "How may I help you, traveler?"
I'm looking for, the blacksmith of this town.
He was the blacksmith.
Yes, the previous one.
Well, he's right here. He walks over to the jail cell here that he was just in front of. You look over in the cell, Lys, you see this, like, gnome. Let's see if I have a picture of this guy.
Did he make him into a garden gnome?
No, he's a gnome. He's a gnome.
Oh, it was like you turned him into like a garden gnome?
He's a norm.
No.
Norm gnome. Norm
Nom,
gnome.
He's a nom nom, that's what we're gonna call him.
You see Boar's there. He has, like, blue hair. He's probably about 3.5, 4 feet tall. His eyes are worn. But something is wrong, Lys. He appears to be like drooling.
Oh, is he tranced? Oh, I think okay. I'm gonna speak to the.
That woman I was talking. Sorry, that woman I was talking to last time that said her son was taken. I didn't realise she was a gnome.
She wasn't a gnome.
Oh.
She said that her son was taken, though.
I thought that was the blacksmith.
And then that was someone else talk. You're right, though.
Oh.
I asked the guy in Elvish, what's wrong with him?
Well, Okulis Lakaula. He says back to you in Elvish. He says he's been reformed.
What spell did you use?
Spells are something very crude for us.
Then what did you use? Because it
Wait.
certainly is magical.
Well, you call it magic by some means, but we call it bending.
Fair.
He has been reformed. He's no longer supposed to be unhappy. And he
Oh,
shan't
that
be.
law's gone now. You didn't
Yeah.
get the memo.
How do we reverse this?
Reverse it. Why so? He was very
Because the town
He's
disobedient.
needed
needs
now.
a town needs a blacksmith.
He's needed now. By the new
And
order.
you can be
that's coming
happy
up.
or sad or pissed off or angry or happy, and no one will do anything because we killed Strahd.
Or drooling.
As Dwarma says that across in the back here with Toggle. Well, I'm sorry. He's beyond help at this point.
Surely there has to be a spell that would regenerate his mind.
I'm afraid not.
So why is he still here?
Well, he's serving the last of his days here.
What sort of bending did you use?
Like I said, one of the mind.
I want to do
How
a
many
medicine
other
check
peop-
on him.
How many other people have you made not happy anymore?
I'm gonna look at this one, actually.
You
Do
look
they
in that
the
jail
same?
cell, and there's nobody
Yeah.
in there.
Oh, there's not? Oh, shit.
Well,
Is there anyone in any of these?
He appears to be the only. There appears to be another prisoner over here.
Yeah, okay.
I do a medicine check on the guy and roll 25.
You like you just like look at him. You don't get like the vitals on him or anything like that, but he's kind of like he sits back almost like in a catatonic state, drooling. His eyes like blink slowly and softly, but erratically. He's definitely forgone. You know, he's definitely not all there.
So he doesn't have any illness.
I mean, something's wrong with him. He doesn't appear to be diseased or poisoned.
It's a warp of his mind. We
Does
can't
anyone-
restore him unless it's what? Does
Like what
greater
we did-
restoration help?
Like what we did with Xanther?
Does anyone have a detect magic?
I think I do. Hold on.
Now you have your answer. I suggest you please leave.
Can we have your roster of inmates?
Well, where is your writ?
Right here, sir.
He looks over the writ, and it just says to see the blacksmith. And he says, right, that's all you guys want to see. It says, well, you fulfilled the writ. He takes out a signet ring and goes over to the fire, his brazier, or heats it, and he stamps it and show that the writ has been fulfilled.
It has been fulfilled.
He
Well,
says,
we're gonna need to see some more people. So, she just probably forgot to put it on there. So yeah, like if you could be so kind as to, give us the things that we need, to find these people. I know that, if we go back to Miss Wachter and tell her how unhelpful you were, I don't know, that might even land you, in here, so we wouldn't want that to happen, right?
Well, I suppose not. But, I fulfilled your writ, milady.
Right, but it just, unfortunately, she was a little confused, a lot of stuff happening with the sun and, Strahd being dead, so it was supposed to be,
Strahd
the
is
blacksmith and anyone else. Oh yeah, congratulations, good news. That's why the sun is here, and I'm not married, so,
I don't know, man. It looked like he hasn't seen the sun for a pretty good minute.
dead. Well, I'll go investigate this myself, and he begins to walk out.
I'll let him.
Yeah.
Okay. He leaves.
Can you just point us? No.
That's
says-
right. I'm going to start going door to
Yeah,
door.
exactly.
Yeah, we'll just search
That's
this
easy enough.
motherfucker.
Do I notice anything? The same thing with what does it say? Sedna.
I'll roll
Where
a
I'm looking
d20.
at?
We'll just make it random. Roll a d20 and let's see how far gone she's been reformed. Roll a d20, Lys.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna roll a d20.
No.
Okay. Oh, that's not a nice roll.
Similar situation. The prisoners in this section have been basically they're in a catatonic state. What else do you do?
I kind of look at him as I walk past. I go up to Viridian and I go, "Can you help any of them?"
I think we should see who all is here, and then figure out who we want to let go, and then I could try.
Okay. I go up to the door.
But I don't want to start unleashing drooling people until we have an accountability of everybody here.
It's probably wise.
I go up to the door and try and open it.
Dwarman's trying to open the door up and it's locked.
Oh,
The prison cell.
Viridian. I mean,
Well,
Tog.
Dwarman's just trying to do it. Toggle as
Oh.
well. Toggle walks up to the door here. It appears to be locked. You just unlock it. You gonna thieves duel it?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it.
It's pretty easy for a master dwarf to pick it. The hallway is tight. I'm just gonna close the door because I actually made this map myself. So the hallway is tight. You walk in and you see another prisoner in front of you. I'm assuming the door is open. I just can't open it the other way, guys. Right.
That's fine.
There's obviously no silencing fin on anymore.
I'll just delete
So,
that door so it makes it a little easier.
I'm gonna shout out, is there anyone that can understand me down here?
You hear like the dripping of like on stone. You do hear
Good idea.
there's like a guard that comes down the hallway. Who let you in back here?
Oh, the boss did.
We have a writ.
You see another reformer there too. She's using Lys's model because they don't have the models are limited, Lys.
Well,
And she says, "Who let you in here?"
Oh, the boss did, Lady Wagner.
She
the
opened.
last guy went to go see the sunlight outside.
The guard opens
Said-
They open the door. The other guy did. The guard and the other reformer come up and they say, "Let me see your writ."
Rit.
Here it is, but there were some situations with the whole sun and the killing of Strahd being dead.
Oh,
So
The writ just got taken by that other guy that wanted to confirm that we had free reign to talk to everyone, and he said just to
Yeah.
have a look, but we couldn't take anyone yet, so he's just gone up to Lady Wagner to confirm that it's
And so you
genuine.
say like Irina says like Strahd dead. They both give each other like a look in the dank dungeon, and they say, "Oh, this writ has already been stamped and fulfilled. It's a seal of my brother on it."
Wait, didn't he take it with him?
No, he handed it back to you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh yeah. Well, when we spoke to him, basically the issue was that, Miss Wagner was just very overwhelmed with the sun and the Strahd killing thing that she forgot to mention that we were looking for others besides the blacksmith. So your boy or your brother went to run out to just, verify all of that while we continued to search for our people.
What people?
Just, anyone that's not necessarily drooling on themselves would be great. If you could point us in that direction.
All these
There's
men are
like the-
people
All these men are
that don't
criminals.
deserve to be here.
Yeah, but they're not criminals anymore because Strahd's dead, so you don't have to be happy all the time anymore.
You can keep the murderers, the rapists, and the thieves, but
Yeah, you can have those.
the
Those who
people
come
that are
here
unhappy.
Those who come here for many reasons to be reformed, dwarf. Your writ has been fulfilled. I suggest you leave now.
What, you're gonna make me?
No, well, I certainly don't hope it comes to that.
Why didn't
Buddy,
you go with
buddy,
your brother
killed
and
Strahd.
speak to the captain of the guard who said I could come down here and let me do what I want to do?
Yeah, we don't want to hurt you, man.
I'll roll an intimidation roll, Toggle or Irina.
I'll let you do it.
I don't
Give
want
me
to
your
hurt you,
last
man.
word.
Shit. Let's see. Sorry.
My intimidation's pretty high, but I'll let you do it.
You should probably do it. Mine is.
It's always great when you roll a 10 or higher automatically.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Here is it. Intimidation. It's +7, so it's not terrible.
Looks like a minimum.
Ooh,
of
nat
17.
20.
Whoa. Well, I think they are pretty serious, this guard says to the reformer. I suggest we go speak with, I should go speak with Izek about this before we do this. Well, I ask
Oh, by
that
the
you
way, Izek
please
is-
stand over here while I go check with the
brother.
guard.
Yep.
What, dwarf?
Go. We'll stand here. That's his sister.
Could you please get the rest of your guards to go with you?
I don't want to deal with
Stay right here. The guard stands here and she goes upstairs and she'll be back in a few minutes.
I'm down the other hallway, like seeing if anyone can understand.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
gonna try and keep the guard next to me,
Yeah.
and I'm just
The
gonna
guard
sit
looks
there
over at Lys and Irina, because Irina mentions it. And the guard says, "Is it true that Strahd is dead?"
Yeah.
I staked him through the heart myself.
Then it's true. We could leave.
Yep.
Yes.
The sun
You're
is in the
free to go.
sky. You can leave at any time. And if you want to
Fog is
leave this,
gone.
if you want to leave this awful place and take your family, I understand.
Go
Do you
now.
know- Do you know if anyone's not been totally reformed down here yet?
I don't know. I just don't like what they do here anymore. And he gets up and he leaves. He's deserting.
Okay, good. Right, we're gonna carry on. Then, as
deserts.
soon as he walks out,
He leaves. You guys are by yourself now.
we're gonna check the cells.
Which cell are you checking?
I'm just gonna walk down and say, "Does anyone hear me?"
Lys, you see another guard
Yeah.
down here, kind of checking out one of the other
Oh shit.
guys here. There's another guard you kind of just bump into. He says,
Oh.
"How may I help you?"
Oh, we're just letting everyone know. Strahd is dead. You can leave. You're free to go. You're not
Roll a
stuck.
d20. On a roll of 10 or higher, he leaves.
It's a nat 1.
I must,
Oh my
serve,
shit!
I must serve Lady Wachter to the very end.
You can go ask her yourself.
I'm supposed
She
to be on
said
post
everyone
here. They
know.
flog anyone who abandons the post. What do you do, Dwarma?
I'm just gonna move up and just stay right behind Meridian.
Okay. What is the rest of everybody doing?
I'm going down this way since no one's done it. Just
Yeah, I
checking
mean,
cells.
there's a few guards like posted here, but it's not like there's everyone in here. At the very end of the hallway, as Meridian is like looking around, you see one guy here at the very end.
Fine then.
Roll a d20 to see how far gone of Reformation he is. You roll high, it's better for you. Low, it's better
When
for
they
the
say-
TM, I guess.
When
That's
they
so
said
sad.
it was a when they said it was a Reformation center, they were not kidding when they said it was a complete Reformation center.
Yeah, like
It's like an older
you're
woman,
just,
right?
you
I'm
know.
looking at her model. She can like barely speak. She speaks in like 1 or 2 sentence words.
Oh.
You know, 1 or 2 word sentences. Hey, can I get some food?
Let's
Don't
give
have
her
any,
some food.
unfortunately.
I have rations. I'll give her one of mine. I'll take it off
Okay.
my sheet.
Let's go back.
Brilliant only has grave dirt.
Yeah, poor guy.
Let's go back to Lys in front of the guard.
And I'm not going to be needing the rations because I drink blood now. So fun times.
I would offer you my arm, Irina, but I don't have anything left in me, so
I'll
yeah.
catch a little bunny or something later, and then give you guys the meat.
You're in front of the guard in the Reformation Center. Lys, what do you do?
I'm gonna say, you know, it's of your own fruition to stay, but I'm gonna go let everyone know as we were, you know, what we're kind of doing here.
Well, let me out of here then. This other guy comes up to the cell. He says, "Back, peasant."
What?
He like kind of
What's
like
he in
hits
here
a
for?
hits in here. What did they say you did? And he says, "I'd have to go check the records to find out exactly."
Okay. I'll wait.
They're upstairs in Izek's office.
We'll go get them.
I can't
wait.
get them. I can't abandon my post.
You're not abandoning it. I'm watching it for you. You have my word.
We have a writ.
Yeah. And I'm Irina. We killed Strahd.
Izek said he was looking for Irina.
He found me.
Oh, that's great.
And we found.
Yeah, they're reunited now.
Not for him. Not for him. But for me. Fantastic.
I'm sorry, milady. I can't abandon my post.
I'll give you my permission.
Your only Lady Wagner's word can mean anything, milady. I'm sorry.
Well, I actually have control over her.
Is it true?
It is?
Yeah. I'm like letting her, you know, rule the city. You know, where she'll like, you know, I advise her and then she does like the, you know, face-to-face stuff. Because I'm just so busy.
They did say that there was an announcement later. Maybe it's...
Exactly.
We'd
That's
have to
the
listen.
announcement, yes.
We'd have to listen to the announcement first. Before I could confirm it. And,
Well, we do need to go back out there.
Daerma
anyway,
thinks
huh?
about it. You have about 10 minutes to make it to the town square.
Yeah, let's get on that. Yeah,
We'll be-
to the announcement we go, sir.
We'll be
I
back.
can't abandon my post. I still have to stay here.
It's okay. You don't
It's
have
an announcement.
Well, yeah. I'll let you guys do the talking on this one. Just point me to where I just need to put my magic on somebody, and we can work that out.
Okay. Are we checking out the rest of the jail cells, or are we just leaving?
Yes.
We'll have
we
to,
have to
we'll have
leave.
to
We have
come
to
back
leave.
here. Yeah, we'll come back.
Because
I'm
now
gonna
we know
check
what's
the rest
going
of the
on,
cells.
so...
I'm checking the other side.
Okay, you guys have kind of split up a little bit, and there's one other. Toggle is able to kind of move through the cells a little bit easier because he can like pick the locks and stuff like that. And I actually did label this guy as the Tinker over here. I renamed him accidentally. Here's his gnomish little model. I messed up. But that's okay. Toggle finds one last guy over here. He finds a guy named Ebok. We'll roll a d20 Toggle with disadvantage to see how far gone Ebok is being reformed.
2d20.
Nice.
Oh, that's a 3 on one, so...
Ebok
Pretty
is
bad.
too far gone. He's drooling. You guys remember who Ebok is, though? It's Shaq's brother.
Oh my god.
No.
Well, now we know we definitely need to get him out and help him.
He's
Let's
like
just
alive,
bring him.
drooling
Let's
in the
just
corner,
bring him with us.
eating some gruel.
We
Yeah,
haven't got
let's
Shaq with us. We wouldn't notice his brother, would we?
You do. He's mentioned him.
Yeah,
the
let's just
travels.
scoop him up and bring him back to the.
Would I recognise him as Shaq's brother? Then By features?
I'm telling you, it's Shaq's brother. Like,
Okay.
there's just not too many Goliaths that are around. And he's
enough.
kind of like, I'm going to say, let's just make this guy kind of like Hodor, you know? But he's instead of
in-
Hodor,
Got it.
he says
Yeah.
he's like Ebok. So
In
every
that
word he says
case,
is Ebok.
I would instantly, if it was someone that was, I would instantly open the cell
Yes.
and grab his hand and try and lead him.
Okay. Are we taking Ebok with us?
I will
Yes.
take him with me. Yeah.
And you guys are kind of leaving? We taking
Want me to
anybody
try
else
to-
with us?
You want me to try to restore his mind?
We need to get to the town square though. To get that lady before she gets,
Daerma.
you know.
Oh, hilarious, Storm. I like it.
Reformed people.
I love it. So are we taking we're taking
bad
Ebok with
times.
us, and then
Yeah.
Beridian says, "Do we want to restore his mind?"
Can you restore his mind, Beridian?
We can
Greater
find out in about
restoration.
6 seconds.
Greater restoration should.
I'll try.
I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on him.
Can you overcast it to make it like even better? I don't know. I'm just
No,
saying
don't.
shit.
Overcasting is generally
Bad times.
bad times.
You
Already
can
cast
definitely you cast Great Restoration on him.
Yeah.
The same effect like you see with like Lysanther or Exithanther, and I'm trying to think who else you've done it on. I think he's done it on somebody else as well. He did it on
I mean-
Jew Darksbane. And he did it on Lys as well. You see like the drool from his lip stop. He stands up. He's already been let out of the cage. As how do you do it to him though, Beridian? How do you describe how you do it?
I say, step away from the grave and come back with Adon's blessing when I cast the spell.
Your hands
Touch
are
him.
like put on
I
his
touch him
giant
on-
head.
I touch him on his chest.
Okay. Put on his chest. A warm glow washes over his body. I'll roll a d20. Shaq has been absent. You guys went on the verge, the voyage to kind of restore the stones. If I roll low, the Greater Restoration spell fails. Unfortunately, I rolled too low. He is
Well,
permanently, his brain has been permanently damaged. It would need to be overcast.
He can spend his time free of charge in the end. Let's go. Let's
As
go
you try to
the
like, you
town
cast this,
square.
and he looks up at you as you kind of say that, and he looks back at us kind of like his childish eyes. He says, Ebok.
your brother's waiting for you.
We'd take
Ebok?
you to Shaq.
Yeah, let's go.
Ebok.
He has potatoes.
Ebok.
You want potatoes?
You guys, all right? You guys
Hi,
leave.
Ebok.
Let's move you guys to here, and one of the reformers comes back as you guys are leaving, right? I want to use the other reformers model. The man. So we don't confuse him with Lys's model. Let's kind of gather everybody else as we're leaving. Who else are we missing here? I think we have
Ebok.
Lys over here. We got Ebok right here.
The Ebs.
Are we taking Boris with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Boris is also with you. The reformist says, "Excuse me, but these prisoners are not allowed to leave."
Yes, they are.
Is it
You
just
spoke-
one?
You spoke to the
They're
lady?
taking 2 prisoners.
So you were taking Boars and Ebok.
I did speak to the captain of the guard. He said that
He
you were
told-
allowed to come down here, but you were not allowed to take any prisoners.
Oh, he said I could have people that were down here. That was part of our agreement. That's what he decided.
That would
He
need
sent
to
me
be-
down.
We
He
would
sent
need a
me down here
pardon.
to collect them.
We would need a party from Lady Wagner, and we've all been summoned to the town square.
Well, you will have a pardon from
As
Lady
soon as we get there.
Irina Kuliana, that stood right here, who is now the lord of this land, even above Lady Wagner. Look, I don't want to lose my temper with you, but my temper's a wee bit short. We need to get somewhere, so just step out my way.
Ebok?
You will get your writ from Miss Wagner as soon as we arrive. And if you'd like one from me, you can have that now.
I'm just going to start walking past him, holding on to Ebok's hand.
Ebok's like giant hand, like, you know, is on your hand as you like are walking out.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll initiative as he begins to. He does not want. This is not going to happen. He says, "Back to your prison cell." He begins to cast a spell. Let's roll initiative, I guess. Everybody roll a d20.
If he starts casting a spell, yeah, I'm not going to let it happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very special. Please, just let him go. Alright. Well, I tried.
The guy's an
16.
arsehole. He probably needs to die anyway.
Okay. Who beat a... What did I roll? We're going to say whoever beat a 9 goes first. So who's... You guys want me
I
to
got
load
a
it up?
16.
Lice, what do you do?
An 11.
I got a 5.
Lice and Daerma. What do you want to do? We're going to try to stop this guy. He seems to be casting kind of type of magic on the toggle.
Yeah, I'm gonna step up here. Oh, no, not on that. No, there. Yeah.
Sure.
As it's turning. Okay. Am I still okay? I'm just gonna hit him with the sword.
Am I... Because I was walking past him at the time, so am I right up next to him?
Jesus.
You're close. With Ebok, though. Ebok is kind of slowing you down. We'll say you're like right here if you want to get a little bit more of an advantage.
I assume his armor class is pretty high.
Unknown.
Okay. Well, does a 10 hit?
You hitting him with the sword?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it hits.
Oh. Okay.
A 10?
So I'm gonna
No,
hit
it doesn't hit.
Okay.
12. His AC is 15.
Okay, so then I'm gonna hit him. Oh, fuck. So both swings miss.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately.
Cool. I'm gonna use. Shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my bonus action cast Hexblade on him. So if anyone needs to do anything different on them,
Lys has gone hostile. Wants to cut him down.
I'm going hostile. Yeah, I don't like the spells he's
Who's
casting.
up next? Dwarma, I think, right?
And yeah, that'll be it.
Dwarma's up. What do you do, Dwarma?
So
You gonna fry this asshole?
I would fry him, but I am going to, let's see. Ooh, options, decisions. I'm gonna do
Dharma, light 'em
momentary...
up.
Oh, you want me to light him up?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie, I am going to fling a... I would say, fling a firebolt at him.
Okay, roll it up to hit.
Firebolt.
I did say light it up. That's a good spell to light him
Almost
up.
a natural 20. Do
28.
some
Light
damage.
'em up, light 'em up.
See, that's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, light him up.
12.
Nice. A streak of fire hits across him over the brazier. Who's after Dwarma?
And,
That'll be you.
Okay. He casts a spell, Hypnotic Pattern.
Counter.
You're gonna counter spell?
And I know the spell too, so...
Nice.
+2.
Oh, nice.
Let's roll. He sees you trying to counter his magic. He's like, "You're a skilled bender." And yeah, for sure. Let's both roll it off as he tries to counterspell your counterspell. I rolled pretty low, so roll it off, Dwarma.
You got it.
I need to roll again. Then.
20.
Natural 20, nice. Roll one more time.
14. 14.
Nice. Let's see what he has here. I wish I would have had this guy in my database. This is a custom guy that somebody made. I rolled a 14 as well. Dwarm the Skilled Lich counterspells him. He touches the ball in front of him. The room goes silent. Who's up next? We'll say Viridian's up next. Then we'll just go down the line because there's only one guy here.
The guy has touched the ball?
He touches the ball in front of him. It's a free action. The room goes silent.
Okay, I guess I'll just go over there and just hit him with my spear.
Whap him with the spear.
Yeah, why is this holding it?
This is a spear that... Are you dressed in Strahd's armor?
I don't know, because he can't wear plate mail.
I think Viridian said that we were like rules blurring it a little bit.
At 20 instead of 30.
Is that a rule? I don't know. I don't
know. That's what he said.
I think it's a
All I know
strength
is I was
requirement.
gonna hit him.
Okay, roll it up. He's already been damaged by Dwarm's firebolt.
I roll on that one, my turn's over.
You only get one attack. Toggles up with Ebok. Ebok turns over you see his lips move, but it's all quiet.
Is the orb still like glowing?
Yeah.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna still hold on to Ebok, so I'm dragging him with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the orb, and I'm gonna rage because I'm angry because Ebok's Shaq's brother is like this. Oh, I've used 2 today. And then I'm gonna smash the orb. I'm gonna bring my hand axe down on the orb first.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Destroys the orb. It's like just fragile glass. It shatters into like hundreds of pieces. The room goes dark.
Is it still silent?
No, the silence is broken.
As
So
I smashed...
the fury of battle, as you hear Toggle smash something, you hear his reverberant sound of the dwarf screaming reverberates through the dungeon hallways.
As I smash the orb, I'm gonna shout in his face, "Carry on and we'll fucking kill you."
Roll an
I
intimidation.
haven't got time for this. I get advantage on intimidation while I'm raging. So.
Yeah, of course, as your eyes are like filled with like an intense hatred.
You wouldn't
Stare into the Reformer's eyes. He sees that Dwarma like counterspell him. He says, all right, but you have to take this up with Lady Wachter if there's any problems."
Yep.
Oh,
We
no
will.
worries. We'll
You're just
handle
about
it.
ready to make us drool.
He steps
We'll
aside
handle
and
it.
lets you out.
Just
As Tog
don't make us
successfully
drool,
intimidates him. Tog, you look down at his pants a little bit. See like a little wet spot.
Good.
Are we heading to the town square?
I would have added
Yes.
insult to injury and took out what was left of my water inside my water skin and just silenced him with that.
Okay, you guys end up
Just
leaving.
a little waterboarding, no big deal.
You guys end up leaving the Reformation Center with Ebok and the Tinker. Both of their minds are fried, essentially.
We're gonna go to the...
Did we try the Greater Restoration and it didn't work?
Correct.
It
No,
didn't
we only
work.
tried it
I
on
rolled a
Ebok.
d20. I rolled a d20 on Ebok. It didn't work because they've been magically altered for a while.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shaq
but
has
what
been really absent for this quest line, so Ebok is basically fucked. But and if you guys remember, Boars was from the first campaign with Mallory, her father. This was her father, the Tinker, the famous blacksmith Tinker.
Holy shit! I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we found Mallory's father, but no Mallory.
Well, we don't know where Mallory's at. We haven't found Mallory yet.
Was she this one that ran off with Strahd, or no? That was another one. That was
Mist.
Dark Mist.
Dark Mist was the one that ran out with Strahd.
Are we going to the town square now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say,
So we'll make a nature check.
from where we are, because I can't remember. I think we walked past. We went from the inn to the town square to the Reformation Centre. Well, to the then is the If we go, basically what I'm saying is, if we go past the inn, we would leave Shaq's brother and Finny. But if not, we would go straight to the town square. So
It would be a detour that would just add like 10 minutes to it.
Nah, we'll go straight
We don't
there.
have
Yeah.
Who
time
makes
there.
the nature roll?
I can. Mine's pretty high.
Mine's shit. Please go ahead.
Toggle looks up at the hour to see if it's already past the time.
24.
Yeah, you're late already, probably by about 10 minutes. The streets are kind of absent. The guards, there's still guards posted in the Reformation Center / Town Hall. You leave with Ebok and the blacksmith. Both their minds are fried. It would take you probably about another 10 minutes to get to the town square.
Yep. Well, we're gonna do it.
We're a little late. Anybody else want to do anything? As we're kind of two-timing, double stepping to the outside the Church of St. Andrew.
I will be right back.
Okay. Lys, do you want to do anything?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna head to the town square now.
You guys see that Lady Wachter has gathered a lot of people. I want to say there's probably close to 200 to 300 people. She's up on the church steps. They're not the greatest, so they built like a makeshift. I'm trying to think of how she would do it. They built like a makeshift way for her to stand up and announce, talk to the crowd. You guys have come towards the tail end of the speech. Let's roll a d20. She knows she's been charmed by you, but she also has started the speech with her saying kind of what you wanted, which was that Strahd is dead. Halfway through the speech, the charm effect is worn off.
And now
And-
that we see her, can we charm her again from where
Don't do it.
she is?
No, it's not. It's not a good idea.
I just rolled to see kind of like her reaction or whatever. It's like middle, like neutral. Like I'm gonna say, like I rolled just like didn't roll too super low, just rolled middle of the road, the d20. Lady Wachter.
She's up it. Oh, what's the word?
And as soon as you guys kind of walk through the town square, like you guys are kind of like you stand out. The population of the town is like 90s, in the upper 90s. 98% like white, Eastern European sort of style or Barovian human. So you guys look like an elf just walking through the town. The only other elves are like the reformers, right? In town. So you guys are well noticeable. Like Togg's walking around without a shirt, maybe some like tattoos or something, some berserker tattoos with a straggly beard. And she says, "And there they are, the heroes who slayed Strahd." And the whole crowd, like 300 people, turn and look in your direction. They begin to part and make like a way for you to go up to the stage, essentially, this makeshift stage that they must have built pretty quickly. The guards are like, these are the heroes that killed Strahd. You guys say this, and like the sky kind of parts in a way, like, and the sun, like the cloud like moves and the sun like shines over, and you guys feel the warmth, the cool like late fall warmth hit you, 50 degrees, something like that. The wind rustles through. You hear the crowd just like muttering, Strahd is dead, for real? Viridian's walking like with Strahd's armor on, I guess.
As we walk through the crowd, I'm going to whisper to Irina and go, maybe inspire the people.
I let her.
Why we have a
the
crowd.
sword. Yeah, I let her borrow the sword.
Irina has the sword, Strahd's sword of the 9 Life Stealer sword, long sword.
Yes, and you just show it to them.
I don't.
What do you guys say? Is Lady Wachter kind of steps aside. She says, "Well, I've done what you said, even though you charmed me." She looks over at Daerma, and she says, "But apparently the people believe it, and they don't know what to do. Everyone is a little confused." but they're all yours. And the crowd, like, they don't really have anything to say. They're just kind of, they all stand in like a silence, seeing who says something.
Even though you chose.
I'll hold up the sword and, declare myself as Irina. What's her last name?
Liliana.
Koviana, and let them know that these brave warriors behind me have taken out Strahd, the evil plague that has been ravaging our land. Our cleric wears his armor. I have his sword. He is dead. I staked him myself through the heart. He will bother us no longer. You can take your families and leave. The mist is gone. Be joyful. Be happy. This is much better than the intended wedding he had planned, where he would have had access to so many more villages and towns where he would have brought darkness. And now we have sunlight. Your wine will grow. Your crops will grow. But you're not stuck here anymore. Believe it. He is dead.
You start talking about like farming and like, being crops, and like the groups of like the Elcar start muttering, and they're like, we can start farming. You just that kind of stirs the crowd up a little bit.
Awesome. Farming and wine. All the things that Strahd has taken away from us from so long. And I don't know about the reincarnation, but I do not believe we'll be brought back to this evil land now that he is gone. But my fellow warriors, let them tell you their truths.
Does anybody else want to add anything?
It's like just eating a lot of grape dirt right now, just listening.
I'm just sitting here listening and prepared to do anything in case of anything should happen.
I'll step up.
Okay, what do you want to say, Todd?
Yeah, and I'll go up and...
For a man of words, Tog.
And I'll say, this land has had hardship, and like my own, we've had difficult times. Lady Irina is here to help you, see you through, and now your days will be brighter. You can farm, you can earn a living, you can be wealthy if you choose to work this land. And if you choose to serve under... Oh, why have I forgotten her name?
Lady Wachter?
If you choose to serve under Lady Wachter, maybe she can make you wealthy. And you can trade with other towns and produce your own wares. And leave if you want to, but also return home if you need to. I'm sure the lady, pointing again to Lady Wachter, will make you all very wealthy and very happy, and she will not enforce these stupid rules that have been enforced by the Baron before her. And we will hold them people accountable, and if there's any more injustice, we will rise together and fight it off.
They're a little confused behind Tog's speech. They're like, what is he speaking of? Like the idea of like individual freedom and just like people coming together is a little bit beyond these people.
How good are...
It is, but it's the idea. It's the idea.
The idea's been
Reformation
planted.
Center is gone.
Who wants to... So Irina says the Reformation Center is gone. And then Lady Wachter says, but how will we jail the no-do-gooders?
We will just jail them and not reform them.
Okay. She like steps back humbly from Lys.
I probably like tower over her, don't I?
You do.
How short is he? Yeah.
Well, you said your character's pretty tall as an elf.
Well, she is tall, yeah.
All of the people of Barovia will be free, and that is the most important thing.
Who wants to roll the d20?
Irina.
Good luck.
So if you roll low, the people leave by droves. If you roll high, they're more optimistic and they're more in line with what Toggle wants. If you roll middle of the road, things sort of just stay the same.
Oh,
Oh,
The
that's-
crowd is
that's the
somewhat-
middle of the road.
They've hurt your I want to say like a fourth of the crowd. So like 200 families, 200 people really. Families, women and children, they're like, we should listen to what the dwarf has said. And let's head east. Who knows what is over there? Before Strahd comes back. Like, some people just don't believe Strahd is dead, but they just take advantage of the situation. The other people are like, we can start a farm and we can start our fishery. And, some people are bound with, like, hope. And Lady Wachter comes up to Lys and says, now what? Lys and Irina, I guess.
Now we build up from where we have now.
Okay.
put in fair and just laws.
And we'll certainly help with those. Since you obviously can't do it yourself.
But we do have business to take care of. And we will have to leave you in charge of this town. And believe me, if you are not ruling this town in a peaceful and compassionate way, there will be consequences.
The boogie leech will come for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Should we announce that you are the new lady of Barovia?
We have
You were-
business. We have business to finish first.
You are going to be basically, what do they call that when the queen or whatever? Like,
I'm the
it's like
Baroness,
they're-
of course. Now.
Suzerain.
Yeah, like
The regent.
like when the kids, the regent. Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna leave her as regent.
Yeah, suzerain, isn't it? Suzerain.
Yeah.
So
But,
she's
but
just
my lady,
standing-
should we announce you as the new Lordess of Ravenloft, I suppose? Someone has to rule in Strahd's stead, if he is dead.
Well, it's going to be Togg's castle. You are going to rule as regent, and as soon as I am done concluding my business, I will take up residence in a new seat of power to flush out all of the negativity of Castle Ravenloft and build something much more grand and beautiful.
So, that is a yes, or the people will not be subjects to a dwarf?
I mean, he can't
It's just
be-
his castle.
Just-
Yeah,
It's
the
just his
castle.
castle.
That's not a seat.
It's the
As
Lordess's
it was
castle,
with
though. She
Strahd.
looks at Irina and she's like, not this filthy dwarf.
He earned the castle. We're gonna give him the castle.
This
Hey,
dwarf.
I'm gonna bring my family
It's
here.
not
We're all gonna
filthy.
live there.
The dwarves are going to inhabit the mountains once again?
And he will
Probably.
be, and they will be respected, as all beings will be respected.
She's a little confused, like who's gonna be in like control of Strahd's castle. She's like doesn't really accept it. She says, well, I guess we can iron these details out later. And she says, well, I have other business to attend to. She begins to leave, unless we want to say anything else to Lady Wachter.
Again, for now, just take care of shit, and again, consequences.
Okay.
Do your job.
Consequences.
Hashtag
Lights a fireball in my
consequences.
hand. Consequences.
Oh, she's thoroughly intimidated.
Good.
Thank
What do you
you,
guys do?
Lady Wagner.
I can charm you to do unspeakable things.
Apparently.
I'm gonna take.
The crowd is like dispersing. Like I said, like a quarter of the crowd
I
is
guess
just like picked their shit up and left.
should we just announce that I'm in charge so that way we can go back to the Reformation Center and do whatever?
Hey everybody, we're just gonna let you know, Irina Koyana right here, fantastic woman of the year. She will be in charge of us from now on. She is our new ruler. All hail Irina.
Like public
I
service announcement.
turn to Irina and go, Irina, if you don't want this, then don't take it up.
Well, for now, I'm going to be leaving this regency to the wonderful Lady Wagner. and we will iron out those details later, as we still have some unfinished business to settle to make sure that the Dark One never returns to this land.
We're gonna make sure of that.
The crowd is dispersed, and Lady Vakna is head back to other business.
We are going to head to the inn with our drooling admirers.
You guys walk back to the inn, and you see like the caravans of people already packing them, like even more than this morning. Like families by the hundreds are leaving, and they look at you and they're like, you are true heroes.
No,
Like, some of them have like really believed and taken out to you. They say, "What should we call you?"
The hobos of Stormbrook. I mean, wait, no, never mind. No, we'll just go Slayers of Strahd. Just Slayers of Strahd.
I think heroes may be just good enough for right now.
Okay. And
Heroes
they
of
like
Barovia, even.
one of the girls like takes like a little flower that must have just started to bloom and hands it to Lys, and goes back to like her family in the caravan. You guys head back to the inn. Shaq is in there. He's like already hired like minstrels and like
He got down to business.
you know, he's like he stocked some of the shelves. Like some people had hidden booze. He just overpaid, overpriced for him. We'll deduct like 100 gold or something, right, from his sheet. He doesn't have anybody managing it because that's up to him if he wants to. And he sees his brother Ebok. We can roleplay it out later when he's back. And he says, "Well, hopefully we can restore him, Meridian."
Again? Just kidding.
Well,
Does,
looks like he's been really gone for a long time. He must
Does
have
he
come
have-
to try to look for me.
Does he have access to Greater Restoration?
He does.
Druids.
Shaq?
Yeah, I was going to say some druids do, didn't
Oh,
they?
I don't know if Shaq
okay.
does. I haven't looked at his sheet.
I do.
Did you go
I
full
have
bard?
that. I did.
Okay. So what do you guys do? You guys are back at the inn. They've been dropped off. But we'll just roll a d20 if you just want to like regularly cast Greater Restoration, unless you want to overcast it. The DC is 10 on the overcast.
I think we would probably try and cast Greater Restoration on the blacksmith first, because we know that Ebok is a bit further gone.
Sure.
Yeah, fair enough.
The blacksmith was captured like in the original series. Like Marcus remembers when we actually went to the courthouse with the old party, where this guy Boars was taken, but the group didn't even want to go get him. So he's been in there for 2 weeks or something now. If we want to just restore him again, we'll say that we'll lower the DC by 5, so we'll say DC 5 overcast.
Oh, they both got to be overcast.
Meridian, though, like you look into it, like this is like psychic magic. Like same thing with Lys. You guys like look over Boars a little bit more. They've been manipulated like mentally. They've been really. Their memories are very far gone.
I would leave that to anyone casting Great Restoration.
Definitely, this is
Right.
some pretty high level magic that was cast on them for extended periods of time. Do we want to
want me to do it?
overcast and do it?
Sure.
Roll a d6.
Is it both
D6?
Irina and Beridian doing it, or is it just Beridian?
If they both want to
Maybe
expend
I-
a spell slot, it happens automatic. We just have to roll it, but there's just don't roll a natural one.
And
for
I want to
Boars.
give whoever is gonna roll it. Can I give them bardic inspiration?
Yeah, we can
It
give
would
them
be
barter.
Brilliant.
Neil, Beridian, Marcus.
Marcus.
So let's clarify this.
AKA.
I know, right?
Let's clarify this. Is Irina also casting Greater Restoration?
What would that help? Like, would that improve the situation, or just
Yes.
give us double chance?
It'd improve it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it
Yeah.
also
Then
means you could go nuts as well.
Both of you roll a d20, just don't roll a natural one. And then we'll go from there.
Probably will.
so just roll a d20.
Yeah.
Out of 1.
Overcasting is our house rule mechanic
18.
in the world of Zen. Mages and spellcasters can push the limits of spellcasting. Hilarious, Dorma. And in doing so, they can push beyond the spell description. There's a guy called Rollers of Fate. He runs another stream, and he says, "All hail the new heroes." Pretty cool. No, you guys did not roll a natural 1. Boars' memory is recovered. He comes back, and he's like, "Who are you, strangers?" He doesn't recognize any of you. He's wearing like tattered clothes and stuff like that. He remembers sort of where he was and what happened.
We're just rescuing good people from the Reformation Center. Are you hungry? Shaq likes to cook.
When was the last time that you ate? Had water?
I kind of don't remember too much. It's kind of coming back as a haze.
Alright, let's get him some food and water.
I was the greatest blacksmith in Geddon before the fall. He takes like a sip of some porridge. That the local chef that Shaq has hired.
At least you can admire his armor. And our weapons, I guess.
He looks at Bradian's armor. He's like, "Oh, that armor looks like it was forged from something evil."
It's used for good now.
Okay.
And
Alright.
but on the other hand, I pull out the dagger and show him the dagger. This was forged for evil.
This looks incredible craftsmanship.
Yep. But it's very good at killing people. Which is pretty evil.
Well, why did you come fetch me out of that dungeon?
You want us
Out
to
the
bring it back?
out the kindness of our hearts. And in the hope that maybe you have some ideas on supplies. But probably not, because you've been in the Reformation Center for a very long time.
Kind of shakes his head a little bit. He's like, "People seem to be leaving. By the hundreds."
Well,
Well,
that's because Strahd is dead.
yep, what she
Everyone can
said.
leave.
I migrated to here when the last war ended. And I got trapped here for many years.
And now you can leave.
And that's what I'll do. Thank you.
Why did we want the blacksmith?
Originally,
You
it
wanted a
was-
weapon, I think. Someone
Yeah,
wanted a weapon.
Someone wanted something sorted from the blacksmith.
The
That
kindness
was-
of
I think
strangers is
Daerma
unparalleled these
and
days.
Lys, I think, went to the blacksmith.
We needed
Yeah,
to
we were
have
looking for
something
weapons
made.
initially when
Yeah.
we first came to Vallaki with my mother
Yeah.
and a group of children.
Well, I would like to leave this accursed land as I've been trapped here for so long.
I
But
can.
to return the favor, I could try to help you in some way. Why are you staying now?
We have unfinished business here before we can leave.
We have to fight the darkness once and for all and remove it completely.
He stops eating for a minute. His spoon, just to hear it drip into the porridge. You can hear some of the tunes in the background go silent. He says, "Oh my."
Yeah.
It is a battle. I would want to say this is the next task that we are undertaking to make sure that this land is rid of darkness would be to seal it up.
I was the one forging all the horseshoes and swords for the local guard. I know how to make gunpowder and trinkets, but you have to be skilled in how to use them, dwarf. If you've not lost yourself to the craft, but you look like you're one of the mountain folk. I'm trying to get this guy's accent down a little bit, but that's all over the place.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know how to use any of the craft. Some of my cousins, very good with gunpowder. But me, no. I know how
I'm
to
in your
swing an
service and debt, lords and ladies. But I would like to leave if you should so release me. Otherwise, I will try to help you defeat this darkness any way you can. But I am afraid that my craftsmanship will not be able to harm a god in any way.
No,
Sounds like
but maybe
something insane.
maybe you could help us in other way. You seem like a very knowledgeable person. Maybe, do you know of any underground sort of alchemists in town that maybe were selling certain items on the side that wasn't confiscated by the Baron?
Have you met Ginny Greenteeth? She was the local witch. She lives in a shack on the west side of town.
Yeah,
We've had our
she's-
run-in
yes.
with her.
She's left town for good.
She's been long gone.
That's the only lead I have, Sir Dwarf.
Maybe
Oh.
there are some items left in her home.
Maybe.
I don't think anything since
Yeah, the wind's
last time we
kinda
were
fucked
attacked
that
by
up.
wind.
Didn't you
No, I don't
say
think
you were
there's
from... Didn't you say you slayed Strahd in that giant castle? I'm sure he has all sorts of possessions.
You
Yep.
could go back.
This is
Yep.
true.
Yep, that is the idea, but we wanted to get into town first, free you good people from the Reformation Centre, and I
Much
point
appreciated.
to the other big man drooling and go, maybe help him, seeming it's his brother, pointing to Shaq.
Why, owe you
Yeah.
all a life debt.
Well, you don't owe us everything, friend. Where are you going to set up shop? Maybe we'll come visit one day.
Well, if my smithy is still open, it should be near the center of town.
I thought you were leaving town.
Well, I have a life debt to you now, since you've saved mine. Unless you release it.
Oh, we release it.
Oh yeah. You don't owe us. You can go
You
Well,
don't
back.
owe us anything.
Adon's the only one who determines life and death.
I
Hey,
don't know where to
Brady.
go.
Eat your dirt.
Where should I go then?
Where'd you migrate from?
I migrated from Geddon before the fall. Before the darkness and the Urks overtook it.
Maybe you should head back.
No.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
wait, never mind. Never mind. I did not say anything.
The roads
Well-
aren't safe. I would need to maybe follow these people that are leaving.
Maybe if you stay a little while, you could maybe think of setting up shop with our other friend who's going back to... Where's Marcus from? Stormhaven?
Stormbrook?
Stormbrook?
That's where Ellarian went back to too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should go to
Stormbrook.
Stormbrook?
Well, our young friend here is the Lady of Stormbrook. We have some business but that's for another time.
I thought that was under the occupation of the darkness as well, though.
Not for long.
Okay.
I do have one question for you, though.
Well, yes, sir.
Would the smithy know how to magically enhance an item, or no?
Potentially.
I thought you'd have to go to like a magic user for that.
What are
Not
you looking
necessarily.
for? What are you asking for, sir?
I pull out like the scimitar that I had. Is there any way you can enhance this?
Well, this is a fine blade. Where did you get it?
We slayed Strahd's right-hand man. This is his blade.
Dusk Elf craftsmanship. Excellent.
I know my way around a smith. I know my way around a hammer, but we figured we could come to you for help on this.
I could definitely enchant it. I would need to get some supplies, and it'd probably take about a week for me to do something with it.
That will work.
But you did just say I was released. I don't really want to stay around just in case.
All right then. I accept whatever decision that you may make.
The offer still stands. If you want to go to Stonehaven with Our Lady later on, you'll be travelling with us, so you'll be pretty safe. And you can stay at this inn free of charge. Can't he, Shaq?
Showing up with the sorry. Showing up with the Lady of Stormbrook would definitely probably lead you to a very good life as a blacksmith in the new town.
That's true, but I just have a bad feeling.
Well, you're free to do what you want. In other words, you have freedom.
I'll go by the smithy shop and come by there if you need me. And maybe I'll stop by the inn in the evenings and check in on you. I really appreciate it. I don't know what else to say. I've never had such a great act of kindness happen, and I can't even remember anymore.
A good memory to have.
Well, thank you, sirs, and ladies and lords. Find me at the smithy shop if you need me in the town square. He leaves unless you guys want to say anything else to him.
He's good to go.
What else?
Should we try
you guys
this
do?
restoration thing on his brother?
Maybe we should leave that for Shaq next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that'd be bad if it went wrong, for sure.
Well, not only that,
We just
It's
want
almost
Shaq to be
end of
involved.
session.
Yeah, like
And then we
whenever he
want Shaq
comes
to be
out, yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
I think
Where do you guys want to go? It's right now.
What I
about
would-
noon.
what I would try and do for the rest of the day is try and track down any leads to get any sort of alchemy supplies that we could potentially brew potions, or anyone that has any idea about brewing healing potions.
Do you think
And even I would even go back to
Let's have
Lady Vokna.
let's have Toggle, as he's thinking about this, roll an insight roll.
Oh,
He's trying to think
Wildstar knew
about.
a bunch about potions.
15.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Mad Mage. If we're gonna go there to get Alistair,
Yeah, well,
might
that
have
was
everything we
We
need.
need to retrieve him, yeah.
yeah, that was going to be the next plan, but we're
You guys want to go to the Mad Mage?
well, we're in while we're in town. I'm going to ring every resource that I can.
Yeah,
Toggle
that
says
makes
to
sense.
everyone he wants to spend a day here to try to get whatever supplies is out of the town. Does anybody else want to say or do anything? Or are we spending the next day in town?
So, is the smithy still gonna be here when we come back? Or if
He says he's going to stay in town. He wants to think it over for a day or two. He's at the smithy.
okay.
He is, I'm going to say he's forging. He begins the process of gathering the materials to forge the scimitar, but he needs the scimitar from you in order to do that. Did you want to hand him the scimitar?
I will hand that to him.
Okay. What else do you guys want to do?
Is there a library around here?
Not really. The only library was at the
Baron's house.
It was at the Baron's house.
Okay.
The Baron's house
Fuck.
has been
Burnt down.
well the upper floors of it have been burned down, and
Isn't that what
you see some
we're-
makeshift like repairs to it.
Okay.
But something must have happened while you guys have been gone, right? For the last few days. Lady Wachter has somehow taken control of the city, right? So somehow the Baron, I didn't put the Baron in there, but the Baron was supposed to be down in the jail cells too, guys.
That's what I was wondering.
Sorry about that. So the
That's
Baron, you
fine.
guys
Yeah,
could
it's-
get him, but apparently he was there, like, but
No,
He
he's
would-
fine. I'll let him
Maybe
go
he's
through the
been- he's
Reformation. I
really-
think
Yeah,
that's okay for him.
that's
Yeah.
that's
Oopsies.
suiting.
The DM
I have
skipped
no
that one.
quarrels with that.
I did ask earlier if Tog wanted to kill him, so that's
Nah,
that
he's
was
already
the
down
reason.
there.
Yeah.
He's already down
Taste
there.
taste of his own medicine.
Hell, I'll
He'll be
even
a
go
lot
perform the
happier.
Reformation ritual on him.
Boy.
I'm chaotic enough to do that. Let's go.
this is kind of like we're also entering the end of the session, but we're also entering sort of the downtime stuff. Where like
Yeah.
obviously like are we spending the rest of the day here in the town for starters?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think we would get as much resources that we need. So we would get traveling resources. So some more rations.
Horses.
The horses are with the coffin maker and stuff, but I would try and organise the coffin maker to like keep the carts there, because I know that's where the teleporter comes out.
Yeah.
And I would pay him to stay there. I would spend money to at least have someone there.
You tipped him last time for a day, so I mean, I think you paid him enough for like, let's just say you already paid him a week's wages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I
much it is to like stable the horse, but stabling the horses are expensive. Probably,
Yeah, they are.
probably say like it's probably a gold piece a day toggle.
I guess I did want to bring this up with the group, but
I'll give him 10 gold straight away.
Let's kind of go down the line. What does Beridian want to do? Beridian's thinking. What does Lys want to do?
Let me think.
Other than look for possible like literature or whatever, I'm gonna go around, help people who are trying to leave, and maybe go see the church. And
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do with Lys. Lys is like, the guards were all at the place, or like the word is out that you guys are like the heroes, and basically in a certain way you've been elevated to like nobility status amongst the citizens of Vallaki, and is a point of reference. You're not nobles, but you've definitely been given more carte blanche to do what you need to do. The guards have let you into the Baron's house, Lys, and you go up to the library where it's at. The house is under guard for now, as Lady Wachter is trying to decide what to do with it. The library is extensive upstairs, and that's where the Baron pointed out when on our very first campaign sessions, the Amber Temple. You find the book talking about it, but I mean, what is it? You've already been there. You'd already know about the Amber Temple. What are you exactly looking for in his library?
Can you find that kid's spell book?
no, I don't want to touch that kid's spell book. I don't.
The little
No,
Baroness,
no,
as you
she's
can
doing it.
assume, or the little brat, is gone. You must assume that he must have did what he wanted to do and has left Barovia.
Yeah. I think I'm still gonna pick up that book about the Amber Temple.
Okay.
And just see if there's anything else there.
Nothing beyond, like, you have to understand. You read a little bit of the history of it. It was like wizards were there to guard the secrets of the gods. Stuff that you kind of already know, because I mean, you were
Right.
fucking there.
Yeah, for Lys it'd be more of like, this is what her father must have read, and that's why he must have put it in the letter initially. So, little dwindle of hope. Leaving.
Do you want to try to see if anybody has a lead on your father?
No, I
town.
think right now she's pretty sure he's dead.
Okay. Let's go to Irina. What does Irina want to do in Vallaki?
Just kind of help the people and let them know, that they are safe to stay, or if they want to leave, they're free to leave. And then obviously discreetly go take care of my little animal needs and bring back that to the tavern for dinner. Just trying to be charitable and welcoming to the people that I grew up with, basically, and that there's so much hope now in the town, and kind of try to, I guess, spark that ember of hope into more belief that it really is.
You get a gauge, like, talking to other people. Like, some people are like into this idea that like Strahd is dead, and as you say that, like, you see a thundercloud in the distance beginning to form. You don't know. Maybe what Shaq was saying was true, that Strahd's immortality is inexplicably bound to the goddess Abul, and that he is slowly beginning to return. What does Daerma do?
I'm gonna return to the Amber Temple and meet with Exitenter.
There's no way for you to go back. Lys has all the other stones. She has all the stones, even the stone to go back to the Amber Temple. Do you want to get it from her?
I talked to Lys. I basically asked her, I said, I need to go back. If we're gonna finish this off for good, we're gonna need everything we need, so I need to go back and see him.
Daerma, the stones aren't just stones to use. There's a lot darker power, and using them, I believe, will be more leaning towards the darkness that will be coming if we fail. Let's go back with the rest of the group. We don't know what's there. We don't know who's there. You going alone risks you dying and being, again, split from the group. I'm
Fair
sorry,
reason.
I can't give you that stone.
Fair reason. Fair reason. Then I will stay here in Vallaki and
Come
do
help
what a wizard.
people with me.
Yeah. I need to find my good roots again. So.
Beridian, do you want to do anything as we're beginning to wrap the game up? Then we'll go back to Toggle.
I'm going to go to the temple.
The Church of St. Angelo?
Yeah. Talk
The
to
grave
the
dirt.
talk to the priest and see, what he's heard or read about greater evil.
Define greater evil.
Something beyond Strahd.
Father Petrov is like, well, there's always the gods that oppose things, but sometimes they remain neutral. The gods of the abyss, perhaps like Idris. Is that who you wish to know about, Lord Beridian? They say that Idris dwells deep beneath the abyss, and his whole purpose is to free the last Titan enslaved at the bottom of the abyss. I cannot think of a greater evil than that would jeopardize all of Zin.
That's something I would also know about.
Is that all
For
you
my
want to know
little
about Beridian?
stint.
I don't know if I still have a divine intervention, do I, technically? I don't
Is
know.
it refresh every day or is it every week?
Every long rest.
Yeah, you can try to do it today. What are you trying to pray for?
So I'm gonna go to the altar and say, Adon, the times of strife seem to be brewing once more. I need your guidance. Where do we go? What do we do?
Roll a D100. You have to roll a 90. You have to roll a 90 or higher.
Ooh.
Looks like a no. Nope.
I mean, you feel like a somewhat of a connection. Before, like, Beridian was praying to the gods. The Nissa Barovia, like, blocked off all holy communication. You do feel something wrong with Adon. Something deep within your soul, but you can't know for sure without successfully, reaching out and connecting to her in some more meaningful way. Toggle rolls a d6 to gather as many common healing potions as possible with general ingredients from like Shaq, going around the foraging. You have 2 common healing potions which are worth 50 gold each. Just from foraging, there is no need to the cost requirement for it. You can add it to your character sheet as we go through another rest. But Toggle, you're kind of like thinking about this, it's just kind of getting your bearings and resting. You find it strange that Strahd has no gold in his bag. A man who lived 100 lives of men. A man who has possessions beyond all recount, magical swords and armor. And you think about the thousands of gold coins and the grave robbers who might be plundering it already back in Ravenloft.
Yeah,
And
I'm back there.
If
We
you
should
wonder if
head
there's any
back there,
perils
yeah.
or perils still left from Strahd's magic, his minions, or whoever might want to claim Ravenloft for their own and be the new lord of the land.
I hand The 2 healing potions that I gained, I give 1 to Lys and 1 to Irina.
Okay. So I had a
Thank
common
you.
healing potion, which heals, I think, for like 10 HP.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
The resources are
Still
still
something.
pretty stretched, Tog. Like, people are just leaving, but in droves. The merchants and the guilds have not quite returned yet. The word is not even out, or even reached Stormbrook at this time.
It's just anything that we
that
can use.
Barovia
to
has
res
been
people.
liberated, but you've gathered a meager amount. Daerma rolls a d6. Daerma goes to the ink person in town. The printers guys have left, but they've left in just a hurry. You see flyers and stuff that recant some of the news that they printed off hastily as they're getting ready to leave town themselves. They've heard that Strahd, a little bit more educated, a little bit more well-read, they don't believe Strahd is permanently dead either. So they're not willing to gamble at all, and they're willing to leave. Roll a d6, Daerma.
Alright, I will.
That's how many magical inks you get. Magical ink is pretty common, but
4.
they can give you basically four levels worth, right, of magic ink. And Daerma can also try to scribe spells. Do you want to try to scribe any spells into spellbook, Daerma?
I would like to scribe suggestion.
Roll it up as a
At least for
Arcana
now.
roll.
Suggestion for now.
Yeah. You rolled pretty bad
19.
before. Yeah, so suggestion is now written in your spellbook.
Thank you.
I think it's a level 2 spell, so you use 2 inks, correct? Is a level 1 or level 2 spell? I think it's a level 2
It's
spell.
It is a level 2.
So you use 2 inks worth, right?
Yes.
Cool. Does anybody else have any questions before we pick up next game? Are we going to go to Ravenloft? Are we going to the Amber Temple? Or where are we going next game, guys?
We're going to the Mad Mage.
Mad
Wanna go to
Mage.
We
I
We're going to
gotta-
Mad Mage?
Yeah, we gotta get Alistair.
We gotta get
So
Alistair back.
wait, to get to the Mad Mage, we're going teleporting to Ravenloft and then going out the front door because I think that's the closest. we
Pretty
decided.
close. And
Sure.
then I think, and we can probably maybe grab some of that gold because we have that bag of holding now, right?
Yeah, we can
So
grab
So
some
maybe
of
we
it.
could scoop a little bit of it
You
at
might need
least.
to clear out Ravenloft with like whatever type of minions are still left over too.
I wouldn't mind.
I don't think
wouldn't-
we have time for that.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
we
problem.
weeks.
because we've got to get Alistair,
We got-
and
yeah,
then
we
we
got-
gotta get that. We gotta get to the temple to do that.
We got 2 weeks. We got a long
Yeah.
We
time.
got a long time.
Okay.
Are we going to try to clear out more of Ravenloft next week?
Let's clear out Ravenloft. Fuck it.
Might be just a few
Well,
encounters.
Since-
I think.
Yeah,
I think.
since we had to go in there to get to Alistair anyway.
I think we would try and get Alistair first, though. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, I
As a,
think
as
so
a
too.
group, I think we would go for the person first over
Over
the
items.
potential
Alistair's
treasure.
a day's travel away through the mountains of north.
Because then, however long it
think we
takes us
should
to
do
get
that.
Alistair back, then we know we can spend whatever time at the
We're
thing
left. Yeah,
and then go to the Amber Temple.
Look, I
that's
suppose.
perfect idea.
Plus, I still need to talk to the Mad. I still need to have an encounter with the Mad Mage anyway, right?
Because
as-
maybe he can make your soul jar thing
maybe
if we can restore his memory.
it would be a good opportunity.
Daerma rolls an insight roll before to try to draw some connections there together before we wrap the game up.
16.
I mean, the old mages, the great mages, the circled mages like Merlin, this Mad Mage probably, they might not look too kindly on a lich.
Yeah. But it's worth the shot.
Okay, that's where we'll begin
Do
our
we
game
have
next week, I guess.
Any
We're gonna
disguise
go to
self
Ravenloft
for
and
him
the
or
Mad
anything?
Mages.
I have alter self.
That might work.
I have alter self, which I can change back to my original appearance with alter self.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
As
As a
very fun.
pure agency type game where you guys can do anything and whatever you guys want.
You know, to be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever felt actual freedom.
Freedom!
We don't
Because
have
we-
Strahd up our ass the entire
It's
time.
not even
we're walking
that.
around.
Yeah, it was more we could solve an encounter I know you kind of planned an encounter because you built it all and stuff, but we could solve an encounter by forcing a conversation rather than just murder hoboing for him, you know.
I like that.
You guys are level
Yeah.
10. I mean, what do you want me to do?
No, no, that's what I mean.
That's good.
That's
Then.
good. It's good. Yeah.
Good. Well, for Beridian, to kind of talk about him for a second, I don't know. I did put stuff in Discord, but basically he has a new job. He is. He might be back. He might not be. I don't know the whole story. He's mapping the seafloor, and so his internet, he's out in the ocean somewhere, mapping the seafloor. So
That sounds so cool.
he said he definitely won't be able to make the next campaign idea, beyond if you guys want to kill the, do this ritual, which it sounds like you guys are going to want to do. It's really up to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's coming back or not, but he's always welcome at the table. So we'll figure it out.
Just a heads up, so everyone's aware what I can do, because we're getting to the time of year.
Christmas.
Yeah, next weekend, so 19th is the last day I can do for 1, 2 to the 9th, so it's 2 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's because Sunday is the 26th. I won't be around, and then the 2nd I won't be around. So it will be the 9th for me, which will
So you'll be
the
out
day
for
that
2
I
weeks.
get
Thanks
back.
for letting me know, Dog.
Yeah. Just so we're all aware. I'm kind of, it's family stuff
We'll miss you.
around them times. But yeah, I won't be here for them 2 weeks.
There's still a lot of loose ends and stuff to tie up. We will figure it out. We don't know.
Yep.
This is kind of the group, though. I mean, Shaq isn't here, but Shaq sometimes isn't here all the time. So
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Thanks for tonight. I enjoyed it.
cool.
And I'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
See you guys
Bye.
later.
Have a good week.
Bye. Have a good